What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I had to come in and check on my people and talk about some things, y'all. So we're going to get right into the tea on this Good Friday night. I hope everyone has had a great week, along with a great day. I was so happy that it was Friday. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my introduction. And basically, we're just going to have an open dialogue tonight. We're going to talk about the Wendy Williams situation. We're going to talk about the Macy Grey situation. We're going to talk about the Married to Medicine promo. We're going to talk about Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville allegedly not paying her employees. We're also going to talk about the situation with Wendy Williams as far as her podcast, as well as her this picture that is floating around as if it's new with her, Nene, and Marlo. I'm going to talk about that. I hope I'm not missing anything else. There's so much that has happened this week, but we're going to chat about it. So y'all leave y'all comments. And then I am going to drop the link a little bit later on so that you guys can come up and give me your thoughts as well. All right, so I'm going to play my introduction and we're going to get right into the first story. All right, y'all. So the first thing that I do want to talk about is this Wendy Williams situation. So in case if you don't know, if you've been hiding under a rock, most know that Wendy Williams' show wrapped as of last month, right? And so for us as viewers, we constantly see that Wendy is going through different things, such as we just seen that she done a TMZ interview where she held her foot up to the actual camera and what she was talking about, letting them know that she was sick, but letting them also know that it was just a lymphedema. Basically, the story that everyone wants to go is saying that Wendy is basically we know that Wendy is not mentally there. We know something is something is going on allegedly. Something is definitely going on with Wendy. We're very concerned about Wendy because here's the thing, whether you like Wendy or not, Wendy did her job. And Wendy is the queen of daytime talk. And at this point, I don't know if this is specifically her running her podcast. We do know that she is now under new management. I was actually watching another content creator who was actually discussing Wendy and discussing the things that Wendy Williams is currently going through. So, my thing is, I'm hoping and praying that Wendy comes out of this situation a-okay. I hope that the podcast, from what we hear, they haven't landed any deals with the podcast so far, but they're making it seem like she's asking out of the Atlanta Peaches, who should she bring first? Should she bring Nene or should she bring Marlo? We already know that from what we've seen last, as far as the public, we know that Nene and Marlo are not on the same page. Wendy Williams said some things about Nene. Nene said some things about Wendy Williams. So in this particular situation, I don't necessarily know how that's going to work out and if she's in communication with Nene. We know, I'm sure she can get in communication with Marlo, so I don't think that would be much of an issue. But just thinking about this entire situation, her podcast being the Wendy Williams Experience podcast. I I really think that podcast is where Wendy needs to be. I think behind the camera, not necessarily always in front of the camera, is where Wendy needs to be at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to retire Wendy all the way, but I do also feel like at this point and where she's at, podcasting is probably going to be best for her. So y'all let me know down in the comments how you feel about this entire situation. I did see in, I believe it may have been on this Instagram page because we know that her website has been taken down. We know that her YouTube page has been set to private, is what I've been told. So it's not necessarily all the way gone, but it has been set to private. And they're saying that it's been set to private due to some things that they have going on behind the scenes, as far as legally and also with her new management. So that is the entire Wendy Williams situation, y'all. Just kind of wrapped up. I'm hoping again that Wendy, comes through with that whole situation. I just hope she is doing better mentally and ready to come back. I agree. I totally agree, and that's why I'm saying hopefully the podcast thing. It just looks better for her to be able to do the podcast versus doing versus being in front of the camera again, because do believe that that camera caused other things to happen with Wendy Williams. So that's pretty much it on the Wendy Williams thing. Let's just kind of keep Wendy Williams lifted. Like, I do want to see her win, and I want that podcast deal to work out for her. All right, now let's go and get into another story, child. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about. We're gonna talk about this Married to Medicine promo photo, honey. Y'all, look at this. It's so crazy because I just got through saying the other day on one of my lives how Married to Medicine does not get good promo, right? I was honestly tired of seeing them with their doctor coats on. They already do their confessionals in their doctor coats. I just wanted to see something else when it came to the Married to Medicine ladies, and I felt like these ladies are beautiful. Every last one of them, glammed up, not glammed up, they are beautiful. Um, Married to Medicine is probably one of the only shows where I would say that I pretty much like all of the cast. There are some that get on my nerves, like Toya sometimes can get on my nerves. Sometimes Contessa can get on my nerves, and sometimes Simone can get on my nerves. But overall, I really do like this cast. But I guarantee you that they paid for this promo just like Real Housewives of Atlanta had to do as well. Y'all gotta remember that. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, the first original promo photo that they put out, nobody was really feeling it. We was like, how y'all gonna do that? And then a couple of days later, they turn around and give Beverly Hills all new promo shots for themselves and everything, and theirs looked amazing compared to Atlanta's. Well, the Atlanta ladies then hired their own photographer to come in, on glam, all of that stuff. They paid for it all. They came in, beat them up, beat their faces and things, and got them a new promo shoot. Well, that is the same thing that has happened to the Married to Medicine cast. And it's so funny because what you say can reach, it can reach, it can go far. I literally was saying on Twitter how I felt like these ladies deserve more promo. And Bravo, you're still not off the hook, because I do feel like you owe these ladies at least a good promo shot. Come on now. You owe these ladies a good promo shot. And I would just have to say, this right here is bomb. I'm here for it all. I love it. I love it. Married to Medicine does premiere this Sunday night, season 9, um, at 9:15 Eastern time and 8:15 Standard Time. So I don't know if we're getting a longer episode of. I'm not sure why they're doing that. I don't know if we're getting a longer episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, since we kind of hadn't gotten it last week. So I don't know how that's going to work. It seems like it's going to be maybe a 90-minute episode, but I have no clue how that's going to work. But anyway, those shows, so you have Real Housewives of Atlanta coming back. You have Married to Medicine coming back, and then you also have Mathis Family Matters as well. So here's what I want to say about Real Housewives of Atlanta, since I'm speaking about Atlanta right now. We'll go into Real Housewives of Atlanta. So if you have not checked out the um, trailer for the Real Housewives of Atlanta's mid-season. Y'all, the mid-season trailer seems to be like it seems like it's gonna be better than the first half of the season. And so in this particular case, I'm really excited. We get She by Sheree. This is the reason why I put Sheree up here, is because we finally get She by Sheree this season. And when they take this, we heard about, all the Atlanta, Atlanta is Black Hollywood. And we'll forever say that. Atlanta is literally Black Hollywood because Sheree had everybody there. I want to say, the cast of Married to Medicine was there. I want to say there was a lot of Love and Hip Hop cast members that was there at her fashion show. Um, y'all, we had Dwight Eubanks. Do y'all remember Dwight? Dwight was the one that uh, that told Kim Zolciak that Greg Leaks had borrowed $500 from him. And that's when Nene had to get Dwight together. Well, baby, Dwight done had a glow up, and I thought I had his picture on my background, but I don't. Dwight done had a glow up, y'all. And remember, he was the one that said, the first one that said that it's fashions, but it ain't giving no fashions. It's fashion show and it ain't giving no fashion. So Dwight is there, Deshaun Snow is there, Peter Thomas is there. Of course, the RHOA cast is there. I think all of your people, all of your faves, and everybody was there except for Phaedra and Nene. And that's just bottom line. Even Apollo was there. And if you don't know, Sheree filmed the scene with Apollo, but I on Twitter, everybody was saying that Sheree was trying to get with Apollo, and I don't think Sheree is that type of person. Apollo and Tyrone was in prison together, from what I understand, at some point, or they cross paths in some kind of way like that. And so that's why Sheree is actually filming with Apollo to talk to Apollo about what Tyrone did, standing her up. We also get in this mid-season trailer. We also hear Tyrone say, "How could you feel betrayed?" or something like that when you was the one that helped me steal the money, or something like that, something to that effect. I gotta go back and look at it, and I'll link the full. I got this off of Twitter, so if you go to Sheree's Twitter, or if you go to Bravo's Twitter or Instagram, you can watch the full 2 minute. I think it's like 2 minutes and 30-second trailer, mid-season trailer, and you will see at the end he actually says something about him being locked up and kind of blaming it on Sheree. Baby, let me tell you something. But listen, when I seen that, I was like, "Oh, baby, no!" Something about how he got locked up. She was behind it. So we gotta watch that, y'all. I'm super excited about that. We finally get spring, September, summer, honey. I'm ready for it. All right. And I think that's all I have on RHOA. Be sure to tune in if you are a Housewives fan. Be sure to tune in on Sunday for RHOA. Now, let's get into this story, and then we'll get into Macy Grey, and then I'm gonna make Destiny situation last because I really want to go in on that one. All right, so I know some of y'all probably don't really care because I don't really care, but since I reported a false cast, I want to go ahead and put this back up. So y'all know that Bravo does Real Housewives Ultimate Girls trips, where basically they get different housewives, past and present, from different cities. They bring them together. They go on a vacation and they film the vacation, right? So right now we're doing season 2, and we are at the Berkshires. We're in the Berkshires at Bluestone Manor, and that is Dorinda Medley's place from Real Housewives of New York. Well, this is the cast, and from what I understand, they're filming in Portugal on July 17th. And so I feel like I have to do my due diligence because I did report a cast. Y'all, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, I'm probably not gonna watch this, and I'm probably not gonna review it, because I'm just not here for it. I ain't here for it. But anyway, again, I had to do my due diligence and report on the new cast for this. Um, and all right. Now, I don't have the actual video clip of Macy Gray. Um, but if you have, again, if you have been hiding under a rock, Macy Gray has given her opinion about, um, she basically was saying that just because you get your parts changed does not make you a woman. And look, although I am in the community, that's something I really don't too much harp on, and I don't too much touch on, because one thing about it is I have high respect for women. I have so much respect for women. And so I never want to put a woman in a place to make them feel any type of way when it comes to their actual sexuality. And here's the thing. I think we have become so opinionated in certain situations that we feel like sometimes the things that we say recollect with everybody and everybody can agree with it. And the beauty of having an opinion and the beauty of being a human being is being able to have your opinion and your opinion still be respected, although we may not agree. Right? And so in this particular situation, I I'm going to agree with Macy Gray in the sense that I do feel like when you do transition, it it doesn't make you a woman. And here's the thing with that. Again, because I have so much high respect for women, I again you never want to take a woman's womanhood away, just like a man doesn't want their manhood taken away. So I get where trans people are not happy with what Macy Gray said, and I also understand what Macy Gray said. So in this, hey girl, hey, if you are still in the chat, I would like your opinion on this, and if you would like to come up, you can, because I would like for you to discuss this Destiny situation with me as well. But just in this particular situation, I always say it's easy to respect other people's opinion, right? But the truth is the truth, and facts are going to always be facts, and they're going to always speak for themselves. And you're right. I don't think she meant any harm by what she said, because she didn't say it with any malice. She didn't say it with any ill intent. She didn't say it in a bad way at all. And I think that's why I can you drop the link? Absolutely. I think that's why I can totally respect how she said it. Now, there's a different story when it comes to Flame Monroe. I haven't, I'm not privy to what Flame Monroe said, but a lot of people in this community refers to Flame Monroe as, they kind of see him, they see Flame Monroe in the LGBTQ community like the black community sees Candace Owens. Sorry. And I know that may be a little problematic to say, but that is how they see it, and that's how they view it. And I saw that all up and down Twitter and Instagram, because for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem like, I don't know. It just seems weird. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Hey, hey.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, hold on one second. I think I have two things going at the same time. Let me pause one of these. Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna
Hold on, let
speak
me
on that.
put
I
you
was
up
gonna
here.
talk about the Flame Monroe and how she came out and spoke on behalf of Macy Gray, like basically supporting what. And this is such a touchy. And I feel like sometimes I feel like if you're not a part of that community, or if you don't support that community, then you shouldn't really have anything to say about it. Me personally, although I'm not like gay or anything like that, I do support the LGBTQIA plus community. Like I support, their movement and what they stand for and stuff like that. And my personal opinion is, I kind of agree with Macy Gray. I don't think a can make you a woman necessarily. I think the terminology that for transgender people, although I don't agree with all of it, I do think we've come a long way from calling them, the terminology, the terms that we used to use for transgender people or gay people. I don't know, like just faggots, like, stuff like that, how we used to. I think we've come a long way from that, but calling someone transgender, I could be wrong, but I don't see the issue with that. Like, you let me know if I'm wrong, but me personally, I don't see the issue with calling someone transgender or someone who has transitioned from, male to female or from female to male. Like, I don't see the issue with using that, but I know a lot of people in the community, once they transition to a woman, they see themselves as full female. And I'm like, me with a whole, me being able to carry
You
children and me having a womb, it's a little insulting to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have to push out children and literally rip my vagina open to have kids. Yet
right.
you get to classify yourself as the same as me. I don't know if I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, and
So
I'm with you on that. I don't necessarily, because here's the thing: women go through something that we would never know
leaky
just
boobs,
by having,
kids.
right. We will
Yeah,
never know that because we are not a woman, and so I think that that's what Macy Gray was actually speaking of. I don't like
yeah.
how we try to take that and make it something else because it wasn't that.
That is
She made
not
it very plain and
right.
simple in what she said, and I totally agree with that. And I'm a part of the LGBT community, but the thing with me is I don't know about all that transgender and all of that stuff. And that's just me speaking honestly. I'm not
Okay,
attracted to them sexually.
okay.
Um, you know, so for me, I'm not. That's not my area. But I do agree with women having issues or dealing with things, health wise and other things that we as men will never see.
Never understand, right? You will
Right.
never understand being pregnant and having your breast sore, your breast leaking when you feeding your baby, having a menstrual cycle every month, and that kind of pain. Like, there's certain things that a woman, and I say it that way because we have like a woman can understand. Like I said, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be addressed how they want to be addressed. If they want to say, listen, address me as a female, I will address you, or her.
Right.
Um, but they want to like completely like just erase us in a sense. Even sanitary napkin thing, like the whole pads thing, they've taken the shape of a woman's ovaries off of the packaging because transgender women found it offensive. How do you find something like that offensive if you don't have a menstrual cycle? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's things
Right.
like that where it's
Right.
like, okay, you can't. You're trying to. I feel like you're trying to erase. That's not. That's where I have an issue.
Exactly.
That's where I have an issue with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't, and that's why I say, just like I don't, and even dealing with like my health issues, like one of my biggest things is me being a man, and I don't want my other male friends to have to help me do anything,
Mm.
right?
Oh wow.
So my thing in that is like that's my manhood, and I feel like if I just totally give in and have someone help me, it kind of takes away from my manhood a little bit. And I know that has nothing to do with a sexual sense, but I'm just saying, like,
I
we
get what you're
have
saying.
a manhood just like you all have womanhood. You
Right.
you have all of these different things. You like you said, you have your menstrual cycle. You go through breastfeeding. I mean, you just go through so much that we'll never understand. And so I think that, and just vice versa, there are some things that we go through that y'all
Right.
wouldn't understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's where I draw the line, because I don't like taking that away from anybody. I don't like taking that away from any party, male or female. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. That thing was, like I said, I didn't get a chance to see Flame Monroe's a commentary on it, because a lot of people in the community blocked Flame Monroe out. I don't know if
Wow.
you heard what I was saying earlier. The LGBT community sees Flame Monroe kind of like how the black community sees Candace Owens.
Really? Wow. Why?
You gotta look up some of Flame Monroe's past
Comments? Okay.
conversations and stuff that he's made mention of. And
Oh.
for me, with him being or representing the trans community, sometimes I feel like he puts his foot in his mouth, and
Wow.
that's just being honest. So I'll send you some, like when we get off of here. I'll send you
Yeah.
some of the problematic stuff that he has said within the community. But then again, sometimes the community is sensitive,
That's what I was going to say.
and
This generation is very, very sensitive, and you have to tread lightly because they will cancel you in a heartbeat.
right, and so, and you know how I am. So even with this live, like my decisions and my whatever I say, it is what it is. Like
Right.
you're gonna
Right.
get what you're gonna get. So I think for me, like I said, when you say problematic things, sometimes it's hard to come back from that
Mm.
when it comes to stuff like this. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
sometimes people don't want to touch it, but I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I think with me, especially being a part of this community, it needs to be a topic of discussion. It needs to be something that is actually talked about, because it is real. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it is real situations, and I think that just by looking at comments on Instagram and looking at comments on YouTube and seeing different people's like there's this one guy that I follow. His name is Conscious TV. Um, I followed him, and they were having a conversation about that, and it kind of went a different angle. So I appreciate you for
Mm.
giving me your feedback as definitely being a woman who is not necessarily a part of the community, but understands
I
what it's
support.
like to be a woman.
And I'll tell a quick story time. I used to live with someone who was transitioning. And at that time, I was very young and I didn't know that was like my party stage in my life where I was just doing everything and above, like just out and about, just living like a really, wild, crazy life. And we decided to get an apartment together. And at that time, like I said, I didn't know anything about transgender, I wasn't around gay people at all, like nothing, right? And it's not until I moved with her that she taught me so much because she was literally in the middle of transitioning from male to female. And that's why I kind of have a soft spot because if I'm gonna keep it all the way real, she was bagging more dudes than I was. Like she was bad, right? So that's why I always have a soft spot for the community. But it's just certain things where it's like you can't do that, or you just can't say that because biological women go through so much that it's like certain things. Like I said, I feel like they're trying to like snatch away from us, and it's like, but why? This is something that you'll never experience. So why do you care what the packaging of a always sanitary pads look like? Why would you care what that looks like? So there's certain things like that it's just like you know give me a break. So
Right,
that's just
right.
my 2 cents on it. But I'll call back in when you
I
start
told.
talking about Destiny.
Oh, she next, child. So you can stay
Oh,
on
okay,
up.
good, good, good. Okay. But
She
yeah, go
up
ahead.
next.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I think that it's important to talk about these things, and it's also important to, like I said, to just respect people and
Yes, yes.
how they are. And this is the biggest thing, and I keep saying this, and I'm gonna say it on every one of my videos. you will go so far in life if you just respect someone's opinion and you can agree to disagree and move on and
Right.
still
Keep it
operate
moving.
in love. Like, right, and I don't understand. That's why we get so gripe and grouchy. And a lot of this stuff, we aren't really living it because most of the time when we get into it, it's about a review that or we're reviewing a show or something like that. And then
Yep.
our opinion goes left. And for me, I
Yep.
just feel like you got to take the show for what it is and give your opinion and then just agree to disagree and move on. It just
Right.
all makes sense
Right.
and it makes it better for everybody at the end of the day.
I 100% agree.
Okay, child, let me go on and get Destiny pulled up, baby. Okay, y'all know. So y'all know Destiny Payton from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we just talked about her the other night, and we talked about how I have always been saying this. Destiny is so unauthentic that you can see straight through her.
Yeah.
Every interview that she does, every scene that she's in on that show, everything about her seems to be fake. And I tried to like Destiny. I really did.
I did
I
too.
tried to like Destiny.
I did too.
But Destiny just keeps giving me reasons not to like her.
Like,
What do you I mean, what how do you feel overall about Destiny?
and when
Just in a sense, not even this situation, but just in a sense, how do you feel about Destiny?
when I first started seeing her on screen, I was like, okay, she's coming across a little too aggressive, and I hate saying that about black women. I don't like using that word when it comes to black women, but she came across a little too aggressive for me. Then I started to soften up to her. Despite everything that was happening with her and Melody, I was still kind of team Destiny, and I was still like in the middle, saying like very neutral, very Switzerland, right? I was very like, oh, just because they don't like each other anymore, it doesn't mean that we have to hate on Destiny or be rude or disrespectful to her in the comment section. And then season 4 rolled around, and she started talking about her situation with being on public assistance and just her struggle, and I just related to her so much. And then it came out that was all, it was all a lie. It was all it was all a lie in my Carly Red voice, right? And so I was like, well, damn, Destiny, I be trying to rock with you, but you make it so damn hard because you lie so damn much. She never came. All she wanted to do season 4 was talk about Melody. And my thing is this: if I know someone got mad tea on me, like mad ish on me that they could expose, I am going to tread lightly. Like, I'm not going to be all up on the camera, all up on Beyonce's internet trying to talk bad about this person when I know they got mad receipts on me. And so the fact that she did that, and then Melody came out and let us know that she gave Destiny close to $6,000 because she couldn't pay her electricity bill and other stuff. It's like, sis, why are you out here disrespecting this woman like this after she's helped you so much? I didn't understand that, and that's what made me say, you know what, I'm I'm done. I wash my hands with you. Like, I'm done. I can't support you, defend you. Like, I can't do it anymore. Like, you make it impossible at this point. You make it impossible.
I'm with you on that, but for me, it was like all the interviews, all her press runs that she was doing prior to the show starting or right after the show started. It just everything that she said, it just wasn't adding up, and
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
wasn't.
okay, the math ain't mathing, sis. Like
Right, right.
we need a better a timeline than what you giving us, because what you giving us ain't making sense.
Not.
I, and I didn't get that. And so then when she started doing interviews, I'm like, this is damage control. Because sis, you're not authentic. Like, you do not come off as transparent. You don't come off as any of that stuff. While you was definitely in Tiffany's ear about how untransparent she was, you are too.
And she came across too aggressive in a lot of interviews when that whole situation first happened with her and LeBerrick separating on getting divorced. She was doing a lot of interviews, and that was like the main question that people were asking. And you would see, that's why I kept saying, like, in the beginning, she needs like a management team or like a PR team, like someone to help her with her facial expressions, because she would be rolling her eyes and saying, I don't know why everybody wants to talk. Bitch, you're on a reality show.
Yeah, people
You're
are
on
gonna
a
ask you
reality
that question.
show. Huh? What you said?
People are gonna forever ask her that question.
Right. And so I thought it was weird that she would get upset about that. It's like, you so quick to talk about Melody and Martell's situation, but as soon as they touch on you, it's like you have an attitude, and it went from I can't legally talk about that to, well, I can talk about it. I just didn't want to talk about it. We made an agreement that I wouldn't discuss him on the show. It's like, so then why? What is the purpose of you being on the show?
That didn't
Because
make any sense to me.
it didn't.
That didn't make any sense to me. When she got on the nightcap, and I thought
What?
Carlos asked her this messy question on purpose, because for her to say she could talk about it on the nightcap, but she
But
couldn't
you
talk
can't.
about it on the show. I'm thinking
What? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make any sense at all. Because if I don't want you to talk about it, I don't want you to talk about it at all.
I think there was allegedly. I think she was probably. I think they had an open relationship, and I don't think she wants that to be exposed. I think she felt like if she would say too much, the Berg will come out and let people know, like, nah, this bitch was out here thotting and bopping, and that's why we ended up getting divorced. And I feel like she don't want that to come out, so she was so hesitant to talk about it.
Well, you know what I do want though? I want Miss Wanda to slip up and say who Destiny is dating. Because I have a feeling that she is really dating somebody in Wanda family.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
I,
wouldn't
I, I
be
mean,
surprised.
because everything always makes sense. Why are you hanging out with Miss Wanda and not Tisha?
So much. Like, that woman
Come
is so
on
much
now.
older than you.
Right. Like, she old enough to be your mama.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so what are you doing hanging around her? So that's why I thought, who is Destiny talking to? And I really hope she ain't talking to Little Bit, or what's the son name? Little Two. What's his name?
Wait, who? What are you
Little
talking
Tay
about?
Tay. What's Tisha?
I hope
What's
she's not
Tisha
talking.
little brother name?
I hope she's not. I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about. And he has baby mama issues. So I really hope she's not talking to him, because he got
Little
too much
man,
going
a
on
little bit or
himself.
something. when
Yeah.
Wanda said, when Wanda said something about my daughter-in-law, my sister-in-law, she's sitting up here trying to really figure it out in her head, because Destiny's definitely dating somebody in Wanda family. I
That's a
just don't.
damn shame if she is. I'm sorry.
I just don't
That's a
know who
damn
it is.
shame.
What if it's Bernard? I know it ain't, but what if it was Bernard? That would be hilarious.
Maybe she wants sugar daddy. Maybe he got money we don't know
Maybe
about.
because you know Bernard love the camera, honey.
Yes, he
But
do.
Bernard loves the camera child. Okay, so let me put this up here. Like, I can't really see this, and I don't know how to make it bigger on this
Uh oh,
little
the receipts.
screen. Yeah, so
Uh
y'all, I
oh.
was trying to post the receipts. Do you have them where you can kind of? Oh, I can see them. I can see them. Hold on. Okay, y'all. So earlier today, it was alleged that let me take this comment out, that Miss Destiny Payton isn't paying her employees at Madonna Beauty. Now, before we get into that, y'all, we just had a conversation the other night about Madonna Beauty, and we was kind of wondering, about Madonna Beauty. Madonna Beauty is not. I mean, it's open, right? Right, hey, girl.
I think it should be still open as far as I know.
It's
I
still
mean,
open, but you can't pay your employees.
I'm not saying she's making sales, but I'm saying that it seems like her store is still. Oh, I don't know what Destiny got going on with that. I don't know why she. Child, she should have kept. She should have remained friends with Melody, so Melody could have helped her out with her business. But hey,
Listen here, y'all. This is a little bit to read, so Lord Jesus, here we go. Please delete if not allowed. I want to give a warning for anyone thinking about working for this business, as I don't want anyone else to be in the same predicament as me. Oh, y'all, when I read this really did hurt my feelings a little bit. It really did, because I don't. Anyway, okay. But I see I'm being ignored, and everything is just getting ridiculous at this point. The owner of Madani Beauty Supply has had plenty of time to contact me and to come to a resolution regarding my pay at her business. I I haven't been reached out to still, and it's been a month since I started, and still nothing, no checks. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna stop right there. Not too long ago, I remember, and it's been about a month, maybe a month and a half. I remember she had a post up about her hiring.
Mm-hmm. And she even showed the people that she hired in her store on her live.
Oh my
So
word. Okay, let me keep going. But y'all, if stuff ring a bell, I'm gonna stop and say no check, no deposit, no contact, no nothing. I had to take Ubers and Lyfts for 2 weeks straight and was scheduled only one day off a week. Now let me tell y'all something. I like about 2 or 3 months ago. No, it was probably 2 or 3 months ago. I was working for a company who didn't pay me and still wanted me to show up to work.
mm, mm.
After we went through that first week, they didn't pay me. That next week, they said they was gonna have my check, and then the middle of that week, they talking about you gonna have to wait till the next pay period in 2 more weeks.
Shit. Listen, I would have been
I
taking
didn't,
every day.
and talking about we gonna USPS your check. Well, I didn't USPS my work off up in here. So what I'm
Oh
gonna do
wow.
is USPS myself up on out of here until y'all give me my pay right. I'm not gonna play with y'all.
Right, right.
So was she doing? And I used to have to take Ubers and Lyfts, and I'm in Dallas, so it's the metroplex. It's big. So for me to get from my house to work was about 35 minutes. In
Wow.
total, every day I was spending about $127 in
Oh
Uber
my
and Lyft fees
God.
every single day. Every single day. So I
Ouch.
know what this girl is talking about when she said she had to take Ubers and Lyfts. I'm gonna finish reading, but I had to say that. She said I had to take Ubers and Lyft for 2 weeks straight, and was scheduled only one day off a week. And in my time there, I called out twice. I even went as far as to order some stuff for the business that they needed. Mm. I was still willing to give free I was still willing to give free of repayment as well, but I still haven't been contacted at all. I gave my banking and routing information, as did the other girls that worked there. So you're right. It shows more than one person.
Wow.
Um, and from what I heard, they were paid. Huh?
Oh. Oh, okay. So just her.
Mm. I was told 3 weeks from my start date I would receive a check, but then a set date But then they said date, which was the first, was announced. My start date was the 6th, and the other girls were paid on the first, despite them starting the job a week after I did. That is not cool, Destiny.
Yeah, that's not.
I have contacted the manager of the store, and I'm getting nowhere. She said that Destiny would be getting in contact with me soon after I inquired, but still nothing. In fact, I heard she was in New York the weekend I began to inquire about the pay. And that she also came to the job lounge bar I met her at Wednesday. It's not about the money anymore because I'm going to have to make it work to pay my bills regardless. But it's really the principle. I felt like this was going to happen, and I should have listened to the warnings, but I guess I was just trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I really ran myself thin working for this business, and it didn't feel good that this is the way people are. It doesn't feel good that this is the way that people are. Hold on, y'all. I got another piece.
Mm.
Hey,
Child.
Elaine. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. You know I love you. No, I love you. Let me get this other part of it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Destiny. You better get it together, girl. Okay, now let me read this part. I This is crazy. Okay, let me see if it. Okay. Contact and nothing, start day. Oh, okay. So she said the ending part just says, I ran myself thin. I read that part. Treated. I read the part. Okay. Please, if you are thinking of working for this business or sending someone you may know here for employment, please reconsider. I wouldn't want another individual to go through what I have had to, especially during times like these. So I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
You why you just single this girl out though?
What do you mean?
You paid everybody else, but you didn't pay her.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what her position was. Like, was she a manager? Was she just like a regular employee? Like, what was her
I don't know. That
title?
that would be very interesting because she didn't put that in there. But I know for a fact that Destiny was looking for she was looking for a store manager and she was actually looking for a clerk. But it kind of sounds like she may just be like a regular clerk because she also said that she called a few times to see where Destiny was, and she heard that she was in New York.
This situation is just. I don't know what is going on with Destiny. I don't know who taught her business 101, but this is not how you run. You should never ever have a situation like this happen. Like her business is still relatively new. So how are you already having so many
Any
issues with
problem?
employees? Like that's what I'm saying. She should have remained friends with Melody because I'm sure Melody could have helped her
Well,
with this
this is
type
what's
of situation.
crazy. This is what's crazy. So, her name, the lady's name is Liz Diaz. She was on Married to Medicine, LA. Um, she helped Destiny get this store, and she helped Dr. Heavenly get her store.
Oh
And we
wow.
all know Dr. Heavenly is very business minded. And I don't
Yes, she
care how
is.
many people do not like that lady. That lady drops business gems
Yes, she
all the
do.
time.
Yep.
Free gems. You cannot like that lady all you do not want to. But that lady puts people on game.
I like Dr. Heavenly, so
I do too. I love Dr. Heavenly
yeah.
actually. Um, so she was the same lady that helped Dr. Heavenly get her store. From what I
Oh, I didn't know
understand, Dr.
that.
Heavenly is getting ready to open up another location.
See, I didn't know
So
that.
my thoughts are, does Liz, when she helps them get these, because she created one in LA. And so Dr. Heavenly said how she got into it. Be, and I don't know if Destiny got into it at the same time, but she got into it during the pandemic because she said Liz told them that, or I keep saying Liz, but her name is Leah, told her that during the pandemic when everything was shut down, she was able to stay open.
Wow.
So she was able to bring in money, which is the reason why, one of the reasons why Dr. Heavenly said that she actually did it. So in this particular situation, I'm kind of wondering, did they just throw Destiny out there and then she just decided not to follow up with what she was supposed to be doing, or what is the case? Because I mean, and I know Dr. Heavenly is on a different level from Destiny, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, where was the guidance? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
are you
who
not
is.
able to call her to try to get some more guidance to try to help you with run your store, or what is it?
See, the thing is I heard people keep saying this that behind this, it's not just on camera. That behind the scenes, Destiny doesn't have the best personality. Like, she kind of has a nasty attitude. So I don't know if that had anything to do with the fact that she's no longer working with that lady or what the situation may be, but she got to get it together. Like I said, this is so unacceptable. And it's like, if you cannot keep a store open, I almost feel like it's like a pride thing with Destiny. And my thing is, if you can't keep the store open, that's fine. Close it down, have a another like reopening. But
Well,
in my
the whole altercation that just recently happened, that was her grand reopening.
It was, and it seems like it's still not doing well. But I feel like she should have, when it first closed down the first time, I feel like she should have really taken the time to see exactly what it is that she needed to do for her store and then reopen it. And I don't think she took like the enough time, like the adequate time to really figure out um, how to like relaunch her store and have traffic to her store, because she doesn't even when I follow her, I follow her on Instagram, right? She doesn't promote it really on her Instagram. Like I don't see promotions. I don't see her posting like different sales, different promo codes. Like you see how other people like Candy, people like Candy Burris, Dr. Heavenly, Melody Hope. You see when they promote their business, they promote it through and through. Like you see it every second of every day, all up and through their Instagram, all up and through whatever social media that they have. They have that ish posted up there. And Destiny is just lacking in just a lot of like business 101. I feel like she's just lacking in like a lot of ish. And it's like I said, you never really see her promoting her store on her social medias. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you
And you
doing?
worried about singing 10 or whatever her song is called.
Right.
And here's the thing. I think because I've made some mistakes in business as well. So I think sometimes you do have to learn from your mistakes. But just like you said, that first time she should have took that moment to be able to evaluate what is
Yeah.
needed and what she could do without, like expenses that you know you need versus expenses that you know you can throw out. You know what I mean? Like certain things that you know, if it's not selling, you need to get rid of it, mark it down as low as you can, and do something else with it.
I don't. Yeah,
She
she.
too worried about getting a high from Mel. Okay, baby, and Mel paid her straight dust, honey.
That's,
I
and
was
what did she do
happy.
with the PPP loan?
Oh, so she just said Destiny PPP didn't drop. So for me, and this is I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm gonna piss some people off, and I don't care. I am so mad at all of these fraudulent folks who got PPP loans and the people who actually really had businesses that
Didn't get it.
actually needed
Yep.
couldn't get it. I
Yep.
couldn't get no PPP loan to save my life. I had a
Wow.
legitimate business, was
Wow.
bringing in everything. I qualified and still didn't get it. Whereas these people who was even making up businesses was even able to get PPP loans. Now some of them is still sitting in a jail cell or having to pay that back. But the ultimate thing for me was it was people who actually really needed PPP loans and couldn't get them. And here's my thing with this, Destiny. What did you do with your PPP loan?
Yeah, that's my question. What did you do with it? I know that she had to pay bills on, I think, I don't know if her house was in foreclosure or something. I know something was going on with her house. I know something was going on with her utility bills, and she was on public assistance and she got the PPP loan and shit. I listen, I don't know what was going on with Destiny. I don't
I
know
don't know.
what
It just
because
doesn't.
it's
It
not
doesn't
adding
make
up.
sense to me because the PPP loan, at the time that you actually got the PPP loan, did you have any employees?
Right. Right.
That's
I don't think she
I'm.
did.
These are things that I be wondering because I know, and like I said, I have made mistakes in business, and I'm probably gonna make another one,
Me
right?
too.
But the thing and the ultimate goal is being able to own that and being able to use that experience and learn from it.
Yeah, I had a whole Amazon store during the pandemic, and um, when I spoke to, and I had to close it down because I wasn't getting any sales. And when I spoke to other people who had Amazon store, they said, "Well, you wasn't doing something right because that was a time to have a store online because obviously we couldn't leave our house, and so the things that you were selling, it should have been easier for you to make the money because a lot of people were buying online. So I've made bad decisions in business as well, but it's like with hers, I don't.
It's like she don't learn from it
Yeah,
because this is not the first poor decision that you've made in that. And if you're just joining us, y'all, we're basically talking about Destiny Payton from Love and Marriage Huntsville. it's been alleged that she has not paid one of her employees and that she was spotted in New York.
Not spotted in New York. Why did you have to say it like that?
That's what they said. It said that girl said somebody had told her that she was up in New York at the same time. So this person said when I was asking about the PPP loan and if she had any employees, they said she was her only employee.
So I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what she did with that money because if Melody gave you 6K, allegedly, and then you got the PPP loan, child, and then you on public assistance. I don't know what she was doing with the money at that point. I don't.
I know because now that I'm thinking about that, that's why I say the timeline ain't timing, honey, because none of it makes sense. None
You had
of
all
it.
this
If you
money
really
coming
honestly
in.
think about this, the pandemic has been going on since 2020, since the end of 2020, right?
2019, 29, I think like 2019 or
Or
2020.
2019. I think it came about, but whatever. 2019. We're gonna say 2019. I'm gonna give her another year. Okay. 2019. I'm not sure when she first opened her store, but you had to get the PPP loan within 2019 to 2020. Mel had to give you this money during that time as well, and then you're saying you was also on public assistance. You also, I don't know, hey girl, hey, it just don't make sense to me.
It's not adding up at all. Like I said, I don't think she's necessarily the best as far as business, and maybe she needs to, just like you said, reevaluate and try to come back at a later time. But right now, it's not looking good for her. Right now, it's just not
And
looking good for her.
okay, so somebody said 320, so that's giving her grace. Me saying 2019 was definitely giving her grace.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she doesn't have. It's like when you are opening a business or when you are starting something new, it's so important to have other like-minded people around you like that can help you.
And
And
that can push you.
yeah, that can push you. And I don't feel like, I don't know, maybe she doesn't have anyone like that around her. And I think even Melody spoke about this. Like when she first started when she had to revamp and relaunch her skincare, so Martell couldn't get no money from it. She had to change the name and everything. She got in contact with, what's her name? Stormy. And there was another lady that she got in contact with who's really good with teaching you how to like push your brand and make it more like well known and stuff like that. And so I don't think Destiny is doing the same, or if she is, I don't think these people necessarily want to work with her because, like I said, behind the scenes, people are saying that she knows she really does have a nasty attitude. Like it's not just for the TV. Like she really does have a bad attitude. And when you have a bad
How you
attitude,
gonna have a bad attitude and have a beauty supply store?
and you ain't got no money, yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. And so I don't know. Like that's what's being said that she has a really bad attitude and she's hard to work with. And so, because I know
There
she had reached.
there is a limit. I believe it's like the first. I think it's like two to 12 employees or something like that. You have to have more than two employees, I believe.
And I know that there was someone, I can't remember this lady's name, but she's really, really popular. Like, I wish I could remember her name, but she's really, really popular as far as, like I said, helping your business grow. And I
Is it
know that,
Judy Brathwaite?
oh, no,
No.
mm-mm.
Okay. Because
And
I
I,
that's another one who don't stop promoting her business.
right.
Like
That's what,
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like you're right. Like I'm looking at her Instagram right now, and I can't share my screen because I'm going live on my laptop, and I'm looking at this on my phone. But she literally,
you don't have share screen on here on this streaming site?
we do, but for whatever reason, it won't.
Oh, because I'm good for that. I'll be so
It won't let me share it, and I tried to do it the
okay.
other night. I gotta figure it out. But
Okay.
if you go and look at her Instagram, she literally, you're right, she doesn't promote, and she barely promote that song.
That's what I mean. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand her business. tactics.
But
Like
I
I
feel the
don't
same way about Martell too, because I don't seem to understand why Inez Wine is not out somewhere. I know he didn't have no distributors, but come on now. You and Mel Nika is dropping the ball. Like this should have been the time for you to do that. You could be really killing it, Martell. Look,
let me.
Martell has a nice body. Martell can sell anything. I'm sorry, but women
Yeah,
love bodies. Men love bodies. Martell could sell anything. And for Martell to be sitting on his ass and not doing nothing, to me, is it's beyond me. You
I
have this
don't. Yeah.
platform and you're not using it.
And this is common sense. Anyone who is on reality TV and they have like a project or some like a line coming out of something or whatever it is that they're selling, they all know that they release it right before their season airs or while their season is airing. So the fact that he still has not launched his wine and we still cannot buy wine, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're
It
missing
makes it
your
look like you're not
window.
serious about
And
anything.
you're missing your window to make probably the most amount of money, while the show is airing, and while for that little period of time when everyone was starting to like low key praise Martell and saying, "Oh, he's doing better. He's not dissing Melody anymore. Oh, he's a great father." That this is the time that you push your product out. You're on a whole reality TV show, a platform. I don't. There's a lot of people who watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Why do you not have your wine out? I'm not understanding
It's
that.
crazy to me. That's
I'm
crazy to me.
not understanding that.
For the life of me, I was just thinking like even that episode where him and his uncle got into it, I would have definitely profited off of that entire episode.
That's what I'm
That
saying. Like,
entire episode should
he could
have
have
been
dropped a,
the
a, a
moment
code
that you
that
launched.
day.
Yes, should have been the moment that you launched this for people to go by, and
Right.
you're not doing it. When you listen, when you have a large platform and you do not use it
To
and
your
you do not
advantage.
have no coins, I don't feel bad for you.
It's like,
Because
what? Oh, God.
in this particular situation, I wish it was me in that particular
Me
situation.
too. Me too. I would have
Baby,
been selling everything.
Carlos
You
King
hear
will be
me?
sick of me because I'll be asking him to put the commercial on his podcast, honey.
I would have been selling
Like,
everything under the sun like Melody doing right now. I would have been selling everything under the sun. You hear me?
okay. And like, you could have had a full launch party to not make a storyline out of you supposedly meeting all of these women. You could have literally had a real launch party like Mel did, where she had actual people there supporting her. She had sponsors there. She had some heavy hitters in the room, and you could have had the same thing, Martell.
This man is, I don't know
You
what.
could have had the same thing. Same for Destiny. I don't understand. Y'all are on a platform that is so large that I'm sure that all you got to do is call somebody up and ask them to help you.
I don't get it. Even with, and I hate to say it, people are not gonna like this when I say it. Even with Arion, people can say what they want about Arion. She's a homewrecker. She's a whore. She's this. She's that. Yeah, she's all of that and some, right? But my thing is this: when, if I'm being honest with you, when I used to post Arion's lives on her Instagram lives on my YouTube channel, that is the most traffic I would get to my channel.
Mm.
That was the most traffic I would get to my channel, was the lives of Arion. People would tune, for some reason, people would tune in and watch her crazy ass. So the fact that we're making money off of her and she's not making money off of her, that is mind blowing to me. Because
That
like I
is
said,
mind
y'all can
blowing.
say, yeah, y'all can say what y'all want, but let Arion drop a video on her YouTube channel. Watch how many views she get. Let her drop. Even she doesn't have any content on her channel, and she already has over 4,000 subscribers. So she already met her mark as far as how many subscribers that she needs. I guarantee you, with one video, she will get the amount of hours that she needs for her channel to be monetized. Yet she's not doing it. Yet she's not doing it. And I've told people how much I made my first month out the gate on YouTube. I made 3K, and my channel is small. So Ariane is literally choosing not to profit off of her own drama and her own, situation. I don't understand people. I
Yeah, cause
really
ain't
don't.
nobody finna get to live off of my drama, baby.
Right,
Uh,
right.
and that's the same way I feel about these reality shows. Period. See, it's a business, right? If if they can bring me on to Real House, I'm just use Real Housewives of Atlanta as an example. If they could bring me on to Real Housewives of Atlanta and pay me $5,000 per episode, and I give them everything that they want, that's exactly what they're looking for.
Some
And when
people,
I say give them everything they want, business, family, uh uh drama that I'm going through in my life. When you give them all of that on the camera, that's why Drew Sidora was able to come back for another season on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because she was able to give them so much in her first season.
some people are just not hustlers. Some people are just,
They not. And so as much as we want to talk about Drew Sidora, she know what she's doing when it
yeah,
comes to that money situation.
you still
These
getting
people
that
are
check.
smart when it comes to stuff like this. Like, people don't like Dr. Jackie. But Dr. Jackie is one of the hardest working. Her and Dr. Heavenly are one of the
Mm-hmm.
hardest working people on that Married to Medicine cast. And I keep going back to Dr. Heavenly because what's crazy to me is Dr. Heavenly opened this beauty supply store in the middle of her pandemic, in the middle of the pandemic, and she's about to open up another location.
What I'm saying, some people are just not They hustling backwards. like you ain't got Ariana. Look, she ain't got no car. Now she ain't got no car. It looks like she ain't got no furniture in her house. There's always an echo when she's in one of the rooms. She hustling backwards.
I
Hustling
just
backwards.
I don't know. I think at this point, like, it's really sad to see. It's really sad to see because
Like you're 31, sis, and Destiny, you're 30. What, 5 or 4, whatever. It's like y'all hustling backwards at this point. There is no excuse when you have a platform that big, that
you're
big.
on the OWN network. So there's a lot of people who wish they could have that opportunity. And that's why I say her and Martell are really irritating me, because I don't know
Hello,
why you don't take
hello.
this opportunity and really drive home with it.
I don't know what the hell
Martell,
I was doing.
Martell, this could literally change everybody's mindset about you had you already been out with that wine. And I hate to say it, but people love to see stuff.
It's,
People
and,
are visual people. They like to see stuff. So that would have put Martell up a few notches.
and the thing is people give Martell so much slack, and I get it with him, but I really do truly feel like if he would have launched that wine, he would have definitely made sales. He would have 100% made sales. And when you go to his website, even now when you go to his website, all you can do is like leave a request or write a message. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Martell?
When he
What?
came out with
Oh,
that thing talking about book me,
Jesus Christ.
book you for what?
For
You
what?
you
You're
got a
not the
whole
best public speaker. Like, you're not the
right.
best public speaker.
Your uncle was ready to beat you up.
Like, I just, like I said, some people hustle backwards. Some people don't know the hustle. Because let me have a platform like that. You listen to me. When I tell you I will be selling Melody got mugs, t shirts, lipstick,
Craig, hold
lip
on.
gloss.
Let me go ahead and address, because I love to address people. Y'all need to get your life together and stop being phony and jealous and corny and see a therapist. Thank you for all your support. Now, Destiny, if you want to come up and have a conversation, that's all you had to say.
Hold on. And I'm reading the message too. Wow.
And baby, you
Wow.
didn't have to stop by, but thank you for the
Yeah.
view. And
That's
on your
Destiny.
way out, baby, make sure you go ahead and like the video.
Hit the like button. Thanks.
Thank you.
Like,
Baby,
that's
you get your life. You literally left a whole paragraph as a comment. Get out of here.
exactly. Exactly.
Um,
Goodbye. See you later.
okay.
But yeah, like I said, I don't understand their hustle at all. I don't understand. And I know he has a manager now, and I don't really know what she's doing because, like I said, the wine. It's been months at this point since he spoke about the wine, and still nothing. That is
And
not okay.
nothing.
That's not okay.
Nothing.
That's not okay. It's not okay. If he
I
was
really
smart, sorry to cut
go
you
ahead.
off, but if he was smart, he should have had, I don't know, shirts, it like anything out that's promoting like fathers, like good, like black fathers or good like he don't know how to. Martell just don't get it, man. He really, yeah, he needs another melody in his life.
Ellen, baby, that was hell. I don't know who that was, Destiny in
That
my
was Destiny
comments,
or
but
Ariane.
baby, what they can do is go kick rocks with open toed shoes. I don't care.
Find a
I
bridge.
don't care. Um, but for me, I'm with you. You on a platform, an amazing platform at that. And like you said, a lot of people watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if they don't watch the show, that's what they putting in on YouTube. Because when I look up my YouTube analytics, so here's the thing. My nightcap with Carlos King videos have seen the highest views.
Yeah.
They have seen the highest views. The one that has seen the highest views for me was the one with Destiny and Tisha on it. I think I got like 3.2K views on that particular video. But when I go look at my analytics, literally it tells me that people are searching for Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yeah, they even tell you, they even show you the other channels that people watch. Like that's how far
Yes,
they break it down for you.
they
Like,
do. They break it all the way down. They break it down to how many people are viewing that are subscribers, how many people that are viewing that are not subscribers, which I
yep,
get a lot of those.
me too.
Um, a lot of those. Candy Ross says, "Hey, Candy, thank you for coming in. You know I love you. YouTube is more entertaining than the show at this point." And you're
Right.
right. Like we've been saying that like social media is so much more entertaining, which is why Carlos King had to start that camera immediately after their reunion. Immediately after their reunion, he had to get the cameras
It was
rolling.
there was too much going on, and he had to
It
go
was
straight.
it was too much going on. Started with that picture of that Maurice had posted. I mean that Marceau had posted, and went from there.
Child.
It went from there. But yeah, I don't get it. I want to show y'all this one more time. This was actually posted to the Black Owned Business page on Facebook in Huntsville. Now, what I wish I could do is go read the comments, but I'm not on Facebook anymore.
Oh wow.
But I really wish I could go read the comment. I had to delete my Facebook because I was just getting tired of people's opinions about my illness that didn't matter.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
so
I'm sorry to hear that.
to have peace with myself, I was like, let me just go ahead and delete my Facebook.
Damn, you deleted it or you disabled it?
I think I deleted it
Oh
for good.
damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
because I just,
I get it. I
sometimes
get it.
people can just go extremely too far, and it's not even the fact that it's people that I can ignore because it's close people or family members.
Oh,
So
hear
that's why
that.
I always say when you come on my channel, and that's why you got kicked off of her or whoever you was a while ago, because when you come over here and you give an opinion, you gonna give your opinion with respect. Otherwise, you can get on up out of here and don't come back.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just how I am. And I keep telling y'all that I want a positive. We're already dealing with
A lot.
reality,
Yeah.
and we're dealing with a lot. So I want to be able to have fun. Like this whole chat was meant to just have fun, let y'all know what's going on in these Huntsville streets. And just so you know, ain't nobody hating on nobody over here. I'm not. Well, let me take that back. The one thing that I am hating on is the fact that these people are on this platform and ain't doing nothing with it. That's what I'm hating on.
Right.
Okay? So if you want to know about me hating on somebody, I'm not hating on no other content creators. What I'm hating on is the fact that these people have this platform and they're not using
They
it.
better get
And
it together.
now I don't know how true this is. But hopefully, the next part of this Love and Marriage Huntsville, we gonna see Martell get his builder's license.
He
because
better.
Carlos King said on his podcast that he wouldn't necessarily confirm that he got his builder's license, but he said that he is very proud of Martell. So I took that
Also,
they were talking about the builder's license. So I kind of took that as him getting this tutorer and him actually really working on his builder's license. If Martell gets those builder's license,
he gonna
listen,
get some money.
Martell,
He gonna be
exactly,
good.
Martell is gonna be ready for everything.
Yeah, if Martell get his builder's license, yeah, he gonna have money coming in. He's gonna have money rolling in for sure. So I want him to get it. So Mel don't allegedly have to cash app him money when he has the kids because he ain't got no money for them. So,
Oh my God.
so that's what I be hearing. And let me tell you, the day she released those cash app receipts, honey, I'm gonna be so here for it.
Oh my gosh. Listen, y'all, I hate the fact that we do gotta wait until September to see it, but I had already told y'all last week. I said you just watch. We just sit back and watch something come out on social media.
Because you
We
know it
ain't even got
is.
to be watching the show because we know what's coming out.
Of course,
Because I
something
know
is,
like we not gonna get no reunion until probably the beginning of 2023.
which is so crazy. This show goes on forever. Like they work that cast, boy.
They really do because what that was 14 episodes, 15 episodes.
I don't even know how many. It
I
was
think it
it
was
was a lot
15.
though.
It's been 15 episodes so far in this season. So I'm
They
kind of
work.
wondering when they come back for the second half. I hope you ain't finna give us no whole nother 14 more episodes, because then that means you gonna have to give us some Scott related episodes that I ain't really here
Let me tell you something. Let them add the two Kikis from the Moore side, from Miss Wanda's side, and some other family
for.
members.
Two Kikis.
Yeah, you know that Letitia's cousin Kiki and Miss Wanda's niece, the one I had on my channel, the one I posted on my channel.
Oh,
Let me tell you something, baby. If they add the two Kikis, I'm tuning in. I'm sorry, I'm tuning
baby,
in.
I forgot about her. They was lighting her up in the Instagram comments.
I'm
Candy Ross
tuning in.
said, Rose, I keep calling her Candy Ross. Candy Rose said, will Martell be able to complete the paperwork side of the business though?
He'll probably have his
Um,
manager do it.
that's what I was gonna say. Hopefully he have his manager do it or help him guide him in that way. But it shouldn't be Mel Nika, because Mel Nika dropped the ball a long time ago when she didn't create no speech for him um at his event, at his launch event. That to me, that was her job. That was a
Yeah.
job for you. If you know that Martell wasn't a public speaker and you know he couldn't speak well, you should have been able to write him out a speech or write him out something. It don't even have to be long, but
And look,
something to remind him to honor his grandma so him and his uncle wouldn't got in no argument.
and you know what the crazy thing is I was just looking at Melnika's page. Even she promotes her businesses more than Martell and Destiny does. Like even she understands the assignment that now that she's getting more, attention on a larger platform. Even she promotes things that she has going. That's what I mean. Like I don't know what's going on with these people.
Yeah, so for those of you that think that folks is hating, that ain't hating. This is speaking true facts. Like when you have a business, you should promote that business heavy. If I wasn't sick right now, normally my summer months are always my busy months. My summer months and my of course like around Christmas time um are my busy months. That's normally when I get my most bookings, right? So for me, promoting business is everything. I don't. I'm sure you've seen my Instagram. You see what I put
Yes.
on my Instagram.
Yes.
It's important for you to promote your business, even though I'm not accepting any dates or anything right at this point. I'm still promoting my business because eventually I am gonna need some clientele. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing with Destiny, and here's the thing: I wouldn't want them to create a storyline between Destiny and Stormy if I was Destiny, because I would be trying to do what Stormy is doing.
I would be trying to work with her if anything,
Exactly.
and she
So
ruined that.
when the producers came talking about y'all got to get into it or however that went, I would have been like, no, because baby, we got some business that we handling. I wouldn't have wanted to do that. And even after that, even after they reconciled the whole situation, you still should have been working with her. But you messed that up because Stormy already said she don't want to work with you.
Stormy, and I can't, like I said, I can't remember the other lady's name, but she was on Melody's live and she spoke about the fact that she didn't want to work with Destiny. So I'm like,
Oh, I
damn,
remember that lady you talking about. I don't remember her name,
yeah.
but I do remember who you talking about because they were. Yep, I remember that now.
That's what I
Is
said. You
Martell
have
paying Melnica and smiles because she doesn't seem very. Uh,
I don't. Who knows, child?
well,
Who knows?
I don't really think that that's his manager in real life. I think that that's just for the show.
Maybe it is just for the show because she, I'm not gonna say she's not doing a good job, but she's not doing the best. And you know the
Yeah,
history with them anyway. You know that she was their, what was it? Their she had something to
the
do with their
wedding
wedding.
coordinator.
Yeah, she was their wedding coordinator. Melody said that, at least that, and that how she found out that Martell was, well, she said that Martell kept asking her about her assistant, like to hook him up with her assistant, and that's how she ended up like quitting, being their what did you call her? Their what?
Um, Lord, what was I trying to say?
Their wedding coordinator or whatever it is that
Coordinator. Yes, wedding
yeah,
coordinator.
whatever it is that she was, she ended up quitting because she said that Martell was basically cheating on Melody even before they got married, or right up until they were about to get married. So like I said, cause she's from that story, she just sounds really messy because, so I don't know what kind of job she's doing. I don't know if she's just doing it for the show, and because she's known Martell for so long, and they said, basically before the show air, like, hey, you want to pretend like you're my manager for the show, like I just don't know. But like I said, at this point, when it comes to Martell, Ariane, and Destiny, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. So it looks like they are given so many opportunities to like flip a coin, make money, and at this point, I don't want to say they're choosing not to, but shit, they're choosing not
That's what
to.
it looks
Like,
like on camera to us.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that they're choosing not to, and
Mhm.
that's I think with Ariane, she should have immediately. First of all, I totally agree with what Nene is saying. You, what Nene is saying is basically she don't want to tell her story on nobody else's platform, and they get to make money off of it. Let me tell my own story on my own platform, right?
Mhm.
I'm not quite sure, Ariane, why. Listen, I ain't finna go let Tasha K get all these coins off of my
Right.
life.
Oh, she could. Let me tell y'all something right now. Let me tell y'all something right now. I think that video has gotten like over 500,000 views at this point. I'm sure probably even more than that. That Tasha K interview. If Ariane was smart, and if she would, let me tell you how it would have went down. If she would have started her YouTube channel then, and went and just answered like questions that people had, about her situation, she probably would have gotten verified within a week. And that video would have been viral for like a damn month, like it was when Tasha K first released it. Do y'all know how much money that girl would have made off of that video? Like, I'm talking about not like 2, 3,000, 4,000. She would have made bank off of that video, and she dropped the ball with that. Like, she really thought that she was going to be on the show, and she was trying to do all these big interviews and not making no money off, like literally no money off of it.
None.
She really dropped the ball with that. She really, really dropped the ball, like
And I know
completely dropped.
Tasha K made a lot of money off of
Oh
that interview
God,
because not only did she air it on YouTube, but it also aired on her website as well.
I'm looking it
So,
up right now to see how much views that video got because
okay,
I
let's
know
see.
she
Do you
made
think Martell told Ariane not to pursue her YouTube channel?
probably because he
You know
probably
what, Candy? It's funny that you said that because I was listening to somebody earlier today, and they were saying that how they feel like Martell is literally telling Ariane everything that she knows when it comes to him, when it comes to Mel, when it comes to the kids, or anything like that. They're saying that they feel like Martell is telling Ariane everything.
and at this point she's stupid if she's still listening. At this
And that's
point,
what I was getting ready to say. It don't make sense though, because for me, a lot of times, like, okay, I don't see Martell, and this just could be me being naive, but I don't see Martell calling Ariane, telling Ariane that Mel has COVID.
I don't see that either. And they are saying that Melody came out and said she was sick before Ariane made that post. So people are saying that she made that. So people are saying that basically Ariane made that post after Melody was sick, basically saying that it was COVID, and just added in the fact that Martell allegedly called Melody Ariane by accident. Like they saying that she just threw that in there, like she just lied and threw that part in there. So I don't know.
I don't know. It just don't be making sense to me because now, on one hand, I do think Martell probably do tell her certain stuff, but the stuff that they saying, I don't think that that's true. Like even with her saying like after the whole fight when she said that Martell called her and told her that the fight was fake, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, he
Let's see.
definitely didn't call you for that, and he definitely didn't invite you. Not, I'm not you, but your son on that trip. Not, and I'm not trying to be mean or shady, but yeah, she just be. That's what I mean. She can't be trusted. She lies so much that you can't tell what's the truth and what's not when it comes to Ariana. Like all of a sudden, your car got repoed. All of a sudden, after people notice that your ass
That
was
car
waiting on
did
the
not get
bus.
repoed, baby.
I mean, not
I mean, that car did get repoed. I'm
get
saying she ain't
repoed.
getting no accident. That's what I was
It
getting ready
wasn't
to say.
totaled. Your car was not
Right.
totaled, sis. It was repoed.
Because here's the thing, I work in insurance. Like I have my license and everything in insurance. So when she said that, she was like, "Yeah, I know that paper that you gotta go sign when you total your car. Well, yeah, you do have to sign the paper, but typically they let you see the damages of the vehicle before you sign anything. You need to see why the vehicle was totaled as well. So in that particular situation, I know Ariane loves to be on social media. She would have been taking pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Come on now. That car is definitely been reposed. And somebody else tried to give her the benefit of the doubt the other day by saying that maybe her lease was up.
That's what I think it is too. And I don't think she could afford it. I think Martell probably got it for her and said, "Hey, you're gonna have to pay on it, but I can, I can get it for you." And I don't think she could. Like I said, it seems like she's not working. It seems like her store. The last time she posted on her Instagram about her store was, I think, in mid-June or something like that. So it can't her store can't be doing that well if she's not posting, new stuff or sales, or like
What
that's what I
and
mean. Like
she posted something when she posted that story about uh
yeah, she posted like a
Martell.
discount
Uh
code.
I saw that. Okay, so let me read some of these comments because we got some new people in the chat. Let's see. Okay, at one point during the live interview, there were 16K people watching, and I was one. I was too, child. I was too. I had to be
Yeah,
nosy. What's
I
up,
was.
Jeremy? What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Jeremy? Okay, maybe Martell told AC he has COVID.
I think that's
Hmm.
what it was, and she ran with it and tried to
And
switch it
she
up and say it
ran
was
with it.
Melody. Yeah,
Okay,
sister girl
that
needs
kind of
help.
makes sense. That
She
kind of
need
makes
help.
sense. Hey, Jeremy. Okay. Wow, three of my favorites in the house on this live. um, One more thing too that I thought about as well. Speaking about like the whole Destiny situation. So like, you know how that storyline was going around that Destiny was supposed to be friends with Martell first.
Mm-hmm. She
Well, I
was,
wonder
yeah.
how you really feel though. But I wonder how you really feel because Martell paid you just like Mel did you in that trailer.
First of all, there is a clip going around of somebody took a still shot of when Melody was being mad rude, went into Destiny's shop, said hello to everyone but her, and walked out. And Martell was walking out behind her, and you see this big cheesy Kool-Aid smile on Martell's face of how I guess excited he is to be in the presence of Melody, and they're like a team again. I thought that was so funny. So he's literally choosing to pay you dust, even though you was in his corner during this whole situation. He's choosing to pay does
I mean,
simply
completely pay you dust.
to be back in the good graces of Melody. I thought that was so funny. I thought that was so freaking funny.
That whole
So
scene was funny as hell to me.
yeah, he was too
That
hyped, too excited for that. Like I said I was going to talk about this tomorrow. I literally have a screenshot of how big his smile was on his way out the door with his ex-wife that he want back so bad. I said, this man is just so pathetic. Like, he's so pathetic.
pathetic. Do you hear me? And it's so funny because like when I watched that scene, I watched it multiple times, and I was like, okay, they both paying Destiny dust.
And this is
Girl,
supposed to be your friend. His
I
mama
know you
dated her
wanted to
dad.
I know you wanted to pick your face up. I know you wanted to pick your face up because it was definitely on the ground.
And
It
his
was
mama dated
definitely
her dad. So you know that they're close.
right. That,
Yeah.
ugh, that.
That's why I said he really played you, Destiny. He really played your ass. His mama
That
dated her dad, and I
oh,
think her cousin is like the godmother of his. It's so much, and it's like he really played you. He really played you. So
hmm That's how we know. That's how we know Destiny is dating somebody in the Mo family and Wanda's family. And Wanda been quiet too. Wanda, why you so quiet, girl?
because they
Wanda,
probably told her
please.
to shut the hell up. That's why after they saw that damn that petition out to get her off the show, they probably said, "Want to shut your ass up, please."
Baby,
Like
she ain't been in the she ain't been on the live. And
nothing.
what's crazy is I thought she was supposed to have a whole YouTube channel.
And somebody reported her YouTube channel and got that video. That's that one video that she
That one
taken down. That's what I'm saying. People do not play when it comes to her. Like,
oh my god, they got her whole YouTube taken down and she only posted one video. One video, and I think the video was her doing like a review uh with them shoulder
Black
up
Tat-
potatoes.
I think she was talking about Black Titanic too, or something like that. Whatever beat that they had going on at that moment.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. About that meme where
Yeah,
where
that was
uh
disturbing.
Black Titanic was saying that she was trying they had a hit out on her or something.
That was a very disturbing picture that she put up there. I don't. That was so disturbing, Miss Wanda. I don't know why she put that. Was so disturbing to watch. And I'm happy her channel got reported because ooh,
this boy this boy was just got off work and he is ready to cut up Jeremy.
Jeremy.
She dated someone from Wanda's family. If they have a child, the kid gonna have extra.
They gonna that kid gonna come out. Let me shut up. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it.
The elf was all over her account. Yeah, you're right. Um,
You ever seen the movie
Wed.
The Hills Have Eyes?
Uh.
No, that's what the kid go act like. I'm sure for people in the comment section, if y'all have ever seen that movie, The Hills Have Eyes, you know what I'm talking about. Their family, I don't want to have no kids with that side of that side of their family.
I mean, cause that whole side of the family is is something
They,
else.
they come across as like ex crackheads, convicts, and just everything in between.
I mean, I just couldn't, and that's why I say the Scots can't carry no show. Wanda's family can,
Absolutely,
maybe
they
with the
can.
Scots included in, but the Scots they can't carry no show because even when the episodes was Scott related, they didn't get very many views.
Let me tell you something. I just want the, like I said, I just want the two Kikis. That's it. I just want the two Kikis, and I am good. Like that's all I
I
want.
really do want Kiki, and I'm hoping that this second half. I mean, we didn't see nothing with Stormy in it. We didn't see anything with Kiki in it. So I'm really hoping that we get to see them the second half, and I want
Yeah,
to see
because
more about Kiki because I mean we just gonna leave it at. What was the last time we seen Kiki at Wanda's thing?
I don't know, but we still don't know her story. And like I said, I every time there's a situation that goes down with Kiki or with other cast members that I'm cool with, like Melody, um, Kiki, Martello never responds to my DMs. But Kiki in particular, she always responds to my DMs. And I had a conversation with her in a DM and I said, hey, is there anything you want to share, being that all this is coming out about you? And she said that yes, that was her mugshot. She got arrested and blah blah blah. And then she
But that
also
can't be the story though
that's not
because
it. That isn't it. Because she said that. She said that, and just continue to watch the show, and you guys will know like what happened. So I'm like, well, I don't. We don't even see you in the promo. So
so do you think so this is what I'm thinking. Because if we really honestly think about it, this last scene that they had this altercation at, they were saying was the season finale. Remember, they kept saying that was supposed to be the season finale. I honestly don't think that Love and Marriage Huntsville was originally supposed to take a hiatus like this in between filming.
you think it has something to do with like how bad the ratings was? How
I don't
bad?
necessarily think it had to do with the ratings, but I do think that it maybe has something to do with everything that was going on behind the scenes. Like um, with Wanda the Black. I think a lot of that may have had a lot to do with it.
LMV said the best smear hillbillies, best
The
smear
Bessemer Hillbillies.
hillbillies.
Listen, because I thought when Wanda was saying that she was from Bessemer, Alabama, I thought she was saying Bessemer. So I was literally looking up Bessemer, Alabama, Bessa, Alabama, and I.
Someone said Destiny was a witness for Martell against Melody in court case. What? The bridge with Melody is torched. Oof, child.
Someone said,
Oh,
wait, let me read that again. Someone said Destiny was a witness for Martell against. Oh,
God
oh,
don't like ugly.
that kind of stung me a little bit reading that. Oh,
Yeah. God don't like ugly, child.
well. And that kind of would make sense because I really have, I'm sorry, I really have been trying to figure out why Mel and Destiny don't like each other. And
And
something like this would kind of make sense.
I don't care what nobody said. You gonna have to choose a side. If me, like when me and my husband went through our divorce, if you wasn't choosing my side, bye, deuces, see you later. You're blocked, number deleted. I don't want to talk to you. I don't. There's nothing that we have in common anymore because if you can still be friends with, it has nothing to do with the fact that we split up, and it has everything to do with the person's character. So you telling me that you are okay with a man treating a woman like that, and you're a female, bitch, be gone, goodbye. Like,
Okay.
find a bridge and goodbye. Like, I can't. So I don't know
You
why
know
Melody
what?
stayed friends with her anyway for that long. After that,
Something something else I want to bring up too. Jeremy say that he said that's not true. I guess about the Destiny representing male. Next season we do not need to be tortured with all these episodes. I totally agree. We don't need to be tortured with all these breaks and stuff too either.
mm.
They ain't taking no break from social media, so what we taking a break from the show?
Right.
Chef Down Down, her phonics is on. Baby, because I swore I thought it was Bessemer, Alabama, and I swear I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. But another thing I wanted to say in your chat yesterday, somebody said that, and this is alleged information because I was trying to look it up today and I couldn't find the
Oh Lord,
information.
because they be going off in my check.
But somebody had said that Maurice had gotten some PPP loans based off of some businesses that he only had for like a month, and then he shut the businesses down.
Oh, I don't know anything about that, but I
And I
wouldn't
don't
put
know
it
how
past
true
him.
that is, and that's why I said I wanted to do some research, and I'm here to set the record straight. I have not found any of that information to be true.
Wow.
So, and I literally did say that I was going to dig and dig and dig until I found some of that information. I don't know who originally put that out there, but your chat wasn't the first person, the first place that I did see
Oh,
it,
okay.
but I did see it again yesterday, and so I was like, I want to look into that and do my investigation and
To
search. And
see what you can
so
find.
far, I have not found any of that information.
Have you checked the
So
website? Because that's like public information.
yeah, I did. I checked the
Okay.
website. He got one PPP loan for a business, but that was his business, his
Okay.
actual business. So I don't know. They were saying like he had like 10 out where he started these businesses and then closed them. And so what I also want to say is y'all got to stop putting stuff out there like that without doing
Yeah.
research,
Yeah.
because that type of stuff ain't good. That ain't good at all. Because just imagine he could really be in a lot of trouble. Um, let's see.
Yeah.
Carlos always baits and switches. Yeah, he does. He does. He's really a true. He's a true producer. He know what
I
works for
wonder what
him
his
and the
sign
network.
is.
I don't
Because I'm
know.
really big on signs. I wonder what his sign is.
Baby, let me tell y'all something. Carlos King, I got a crush on Carlos King, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. He is so handsome. Um, Show title could be Bessemer. Nah, it has to be Bessemer Hillbillies. It can't be Bessemer Hillbillies because we got to put it the way Phonics on Hook said, and she say Bessemer. I swore to you, I kept saying, why am I not finding Bessemer, Alabama?
Because it was the way she was saying it.
And I was like, because she ain't even saying.
She's not even saying it right herself. That's why I said Miss Wanda could barely pronounce her damn name, let alone where she's from.
I let my friend listen because he don't watch the show or nothing, but I let my friend listen to her on
She
when
say
she
shit
when
backwards. Like, it's crazy.
remember when she said when when Kimmy told her she didn't want her at no more of her events, when she told Tisha and Marcel that she didn't want Wanda at no more of her events. And remember when Marcel had the conversation with Wanda, he was like, Kimmy is sanctioning you from the events. And she was like, what's a section? What's that you just
Oh my goodness, Miss Wanda. No,
I just
you know what my
I let
favorite
my
part
friend
was?
listen, he fell out.
You know what my favorite part was when they were interviewing her on the show and she was talking about Marcel's big back. I
A
was
big bag ass. It was like, and yeah, I do think that was his big ass bag.
right. I said, this lady has no chill. Like she has no fucking chill. What is
And
wrong
that's the
with her?
reason why I say Wanda is funny. Wanda is really funny, but I do not agree with her coming after people's kids. Because
Right.
just as hard as she go for Tisha and Tisha being grown, people go just as hard for their kids as well. So Wanda is a mess. And she better shake her bone and get the hell on
Hey,
though.
get the hell on. That's right. She
I
better
be
shake
telling
her
my,
body.
I told my nephew that the other day. I was like, we was talking, and y'all, my nephews they're young, but they are like so funny. So my sister my nephew, my youngest nephew, didn't go to school or not school, but they go to like the Boys and Girls Club do after summer or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
so I had asked him why he didn't go, and so he was like, "Well, I had to go to the dentist." And I said, "Why you have to go to the dentist?" Well, my mom said that my teeth are crooked, but hers are crookeder than mine. Baby,
Listen,
when I
you
tell
can't
y'all,
trust kids.
it be your own kids that will literally embarrass you in a crowd full of people. Listen, them two are somebody I don't play with because they will embarrass you and do not count.
What do you? Oh, you know what I want to ask you. What do you think about our Arion's fake post on her YouTube channel?
She got a fake post up there?
She posted on her YouTube channel, had me almost spit my tea out this morning, thinking she going live. It said, "Let's get good morning. Let's get into it." Just for her to sit up there and post a 30-second clip of nothing of a black screen. I said and I disliked that shit so quick. I was so
I
mad.
did this like this.
I should have fucked it. I was so mad.
You thought you was
I
about
was
to get
so,
some tea.
I really did. I said she stayed doing this because she know the bloggers are like thirsty for her to go live on her damn platform.
I know
Oh,
because
that
I
pissed me
did
off.
finally admit yesterday I do follow her on my fake Instagram page, baby. Well, you know, we gotta have multiple Instagram pages. We also have to have multiple YouTube pages.
Yes, it
We got
is
to
what.
have we got to have multiple Facebook pages, baby, because sometimes you just can't.
Look, you
You
gotta do
gotta
what you
have a
gotta do.
source, and you just sometimes you just can't be the one to come out and ask. So
You gotta do what you gotta
um,
do. I'll be all up on her Instagram on my fake Instagram page saying, "Yes, honey, like you look good. Like don't forget the haters." You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the tea. So
hey girl, hey, I saw your live earlier and your dislike, and I uh.
you gotta
Well,
do.
yeah, because especially when you send me that Usher video, baby, that takes me out every time, every single time. Um,
That's how he treat her. That's exactly how he treat her. As soon as she think that, oh, he loves me, he's sticking up for me, he go on somebody's public platform and just completely disrespect you. Like it's poor
okay,
Ariana.
so you watch reality TV, and then after this, we can wrap it up, right? So I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you my top five reality TV stars that I love, and it's probably not much that you can say about them that probably would change my mind about them. But I'm not gung ho and crazy over them where I'm going to people chat threatening to fight because of something like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my top five. Um, so Dr. Heavenly is gonna be my number one. And the reason why I love her is just because she just throws gems out there for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, my second one is definitely gonna be Dr. Jackie. Cause who gets a whole commercial about their skincare line on a channel that they own with a barcode at on? Like that is amazing. So I definitely got to give it to Dr. Jackie, and plus Dr. Jackie done a video for me when I was probably at my
I
lowest.
saw that. I was like, wow, that is beautiful that she did that.
Yes, I was literally at my lowest. Like that's when I first got diagnosed with cancer, and my
Oh.
friend had reached out to her, and she done that video for me, and that was everything to me. And even like when I have my hard days or bad days, I go look at that video, and that was like almost 2 years ago. I go look at that video, and baby, it takes me out sometimes.
Oh.
Um, so we got Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly. Let's see. He says, hey girl, away." um, Dr. Heavenly, let's see who else. Y'all cannot like Mel. Y'all can love Mel, but Mel is smart TV. And I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to put Mel up there for me.
yep.
Mel is smart TV. I don't care what y'all say. Mel is very smart when it comes to TV. Um, let's see who else. Nene. I'm gonna always love me some Nene
Oh,
Leaks.
absolutely.
I'm gonna always love me some Nene Leaks. Um, and then who would my fifth person be? Oh, we. If Martell was so, no, I'm trying to think of a man in reality TV that I really
Mm, that's
care
hard.
for. It is hard. As much as he gets on my nerves, he's also very business minded as well, and that's Ray J.
Ray J, yeah.
He
You know,
definitely
that's
gets
a
on
good
my nerves,
point.
but he is so business minded
Yeah, he
that
is.
I like his business mindset.
Okay, so you want me to give you my top five reality TV? Oh man, that's okay. It's gonna be Melody for sure. It's gonna be Jocelyn.
Oh God.
She changed the game, honey. I'll never forget that clip where I think it was Scrappy's girlfriend. She was like, "Well, who are you?" She was like, "I'm Jocelyn Hernandez, bitch." Like, I'll never forget that scene. Jocelyn, and she, let me tell you, she was knocking just out. So she did not play. So it'll be
Okay.
Melody Cherie. Because I don't really watch as much reality TV as I used to. So these are probably going to be a little bit older. Melody Cherie, Jocelyn Hernandez. Um, wow. Who else? Oh man. I liked K Michelle when she did reality TV. Um, ooh, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I'm
If
trying to
y'all
think.
watching in the chat, if y'all don't mind, I would love to know your top five reality TV stars, and it could
Um,
be on any network, anybody, male, female. I would like to know. Leave it in the chat.
I liked Tammy Roman because she changed the game when she was on
That's
the
what I
Real
was.
World. She
Oh, the
changed the
real
game.
world. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think that was the first time that people were really talking about like abortions and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
she, yeah. So Tammy Roman and my last reality TV star that I'm trying to think of who like sticks out in my mind. That's hard. I don't know if I have a number five. I'm trying to, you know what? I don't think I have a number five. Reality TV, reality. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about like talk shows, but I'm trying to stick to like reality TV. Like I'm thinking about reality talk shows, but as far as reality TV, mm, I don't know if I have a number five. Chef Don Don. I don't know if I have a number five. I can't
Okay,
think of
okay.
anyone else that really like hit me like, oh wow, you know.
Right.
She'll be unforgettable. Like the ones I mentioned, I just feel like they'll be unforgettable, and I feel like they set the standard on the shows that they were on. Like I said, no one was really talking about abortions like that publicly, besides Tammy Roman when she was on the Real World. I don't know any other Jocelyn that has hit love what is it called, hip hop, whatever it's
Love and hip
called,
hop.
love and hip
Hmm.
hop. I don't know any other Jocelyn Hernandez. Tommy Lee came close, but nah. And like I said, K Michelle is K Michelle. Like hello, K Michelle.
Yeah, I like K Michelle too.
Yeah.
I forgot about K Michelle really. So you got New York. This is Jeremy's. His number one is New York. Number two is Kenya Moore. Is your number three Bethany Frankel?
Oh, I love
uh
New York. Yes, Jeremy, I love
huh.
New York.
Four is K Michelle. Five is Candace Dilla Bassett. Jeremy is your number three, and if I'm thinking correctly, it is Bethany Frankel. And she is good. She is definitely good.
Yeah. Oh, and Teresa Giudice, child.
You know what? I think people pump Teresa up, but
When she shook the
Teresa,
table, I
I
said,
mean, that table flip was definitely an
this chick is
iconic
crazy.
moment. An
Yes.
iconic moment. Oh, Destiny's back in the chat.
Not Destiny. Destiny. Destiny, what are you doing in the chat, sis?
Yes, sis. Welcome back. Jeremy said yes to Bethany Frankel. So yeah, that's a good mix. That's a good mix of reality TV stars.
Yeah.
Somebody said Tammy and Chrissy. Who is Chrissy? Who is Chrissy?
Oh, it's no. I'm thinking about the wrong show.
Tammy and Chrissy.
Chrissy from
All
Basketball Wives?
19,
I don't know.
all 1976. Elaborate. Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know who that. She's
Y'all jealous of Martell Holt in his tight suit and his generation 100. Oh,
what?
baby, this
This is Arion or Destiny for sure.
gotta be
Yeah,
one
for
of them.
sure, for
Love it.
sure.
Oh, from Love and Hip Hop New York. You so right, but I
Oh,
do not care for
Chrissy. Okay.
Chrissy. It was something. It was always something about Chrissy. Now, what I will say about Chrissy, Chrissy did always come off to be real for me, but it was just something about her that I did not care for. I'm also tell you something else.
And she's
Since
stupid.
Journey,
I'm sorry. You ain't gonna have me. You ain't gonna string me along, drag me along that long, and not marry me. She's
okay,
stupid as hell, child. There ain't
you
no
talking
way.
about Chrissy Lampkin, the uh, eternal fiance of Jim.
Yeah, something ain't right with her. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in
She should
hell.
like to sit up on TV still and do that. So I was on Twitter the other day, and I think everybody was thinking that Mona was going to cancel Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and Love and Hip Hop New York, because since the pandemic we didn't got Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop Miami. So I was reading in the comments, and then they said that Mona said she was bringing it back, and I'm thinking to myself, but who gonna be? You gonna have to recast that whole show, because a lot of them people who was in Hollywood is now living like in Atlanta or Miami, and a lot of those people who was living in New York is now living in Atlanta. Yandy, she in Atlanta.
Yep.
Um,
She just
what's her
opened up a
name is in
restaurant too.
Atlanta now. Yeah, so I'm kind of confused on who the cast is gonna be, or how you gonna kind of wing people to start watching it again, because it's been gone so long. I don't. I think you're gonna have to really bring some heavy hitters to get viewership.
Yeah.
In my
You know
opinion,
what?
in Hollywood, you don't got Jason Lee no more. You don't got. Well, I
Mm,
mean, he wasn't no main cast or nothing like that. I don't think. I don't think Lyrica even lives in L.A. anymore. I think she's in Atlanta now. Um, I'm trying to think. I think that Barney B girl, she wasn't no main cast, but I think she in Atlanta too. Like, I don't think half of them people that was living there is there anymore. Okay,
mm.
let's see.
You know what I wanted to ask you? Who's like your top five talk show hosts of all time?
Wendy Williams is definitely gonna be number one.
Yeah.
Somebody just said something about Wendy Williams. Let me read this real
Uh
quick.
oh.
I heard Wendy Williams is coming back this fall. That's my girl. Wendy Williams is my girl too, and I hate to say this, but I want, and I was saying this earlier, I just want Wendy to stay behind the camera right now until she gets extremely well. I really hope somebody picks up this podcast deal for Wendy. I
I
think
do
she
too.
definitely deserves this podcast deal. I really, really do. Um, I definitely think she deserved that. So you were asking me,
Your top five like reality shows or talk show hosts of all time, like your top five.
okay. I'm gonna say Wendy Williams is number one. Um, could they also be a part of like multiple people, like The View and all that
Okay, yeah.
kind of shit? Okay. So I like Wendy Williams. I really like Joy from The View.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love how passionate she is about her perspectives. Uh, let's see. I really think Nick Cannon could make a really good talk show host, but I just think as of
Oh,
right now, where
Jesus.
he at in his life, it just wasn't a good fit for him. But I thought he did well. Will he be in my top five though? No.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no, he wouldn't be in my top five. So I'll say Wendy. Joy, look, a lot of y'all probably gonna be like, what the hell? When Monique had her talk show,
Mm.
I tuned into that talk show every day. That was a good talk show. Now that Monique, I'm actually miss. So I am gonna put her there in that category. I wish they would have gave her another season, but I mean, we know why. But um, let's see, number four. Not too many males in this game yet again.
I know, I know.
Um, okay, see, so my number four, I would have to give it to. Is there anybody on the view? I mean, on the man, that is really tough.
That is tough. I know. I have my
That
top five.
is you do. Let me hear
I
yours, and then
sure
maybe
do.
it
My
might help
top
me with
five.
mine.
Mine is number one is Oprah Winfrey. Number two, it's um, Wendy Williams. Number three is Montel Jordan. No, wait, Montel. I don't know his last name, but I know I know you guys remember that black guy, the black bald headed guy who had a talk show, Montel. Number four is Sally Jesse Raphael. I'm taking it all the way back. Sally Jesse Raphael.
Ooh,
And number five is a toss up between Maury and Jerry Springer. Like I don't know which one to choose for that one.
okay, okay. I didn't even think about them people, so that's why. Okay, so I totally forgot about Oprah. I totally forgot about her. How? I have no clue. But okay, Oprah. Well, sorry, but Wendy's gonna have to be
No,
number
it's your
one.
top five, yeah.
So definitely Wendy, then Oprah, then I would give it to Joy. Um, oh, definitely Jerry Springer got to be in there, baby, because no, when you wake up at 3 o'clock, it used to be when
Right,
you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and see Jerry Springer on your TV
right,
screen,
right.
baby. You knew some shit was about to go down. So,
Yes,
um,
LMV, Montel Williams. Someone said it in the chat. Yes, Montel Williams.
his show was good. His show was
I
definitely
like when he
good.
had Sylvia up there, that psychic. I love when he used to have her up there.
Man, I really can't think of my next person.
Damn. Nobody?
Okay, you know
You didn't
who?
like
I
Maury?
love. I love Kelly Clarkson.
Oh
I
Lord.
love her
I can't
personality.
with you.
I do. No, let me say this. Let me say this. I love her personality because Kelly get down with anybody.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Kelly was very open in her talk show. So I did like, and I watched her talk show more than a lot of these other folks. What I'm upset about now, though, is we really don't have any talk shows anymore. The
No,
only
we
talk show
used
that,
to.
yeah, the only talk show, like, I'm not interested. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not interested in seeing Sherry Shepherd in this new
Everybody's saying
space.
that.
I'm not because you literally, and by all means, it's not her fault. It definitely sounds like it's the production company's fault. But for me, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be authentic. Because if you're going to be using Wendy Williams, the same
Entire fan
concept,
base.
yeah, if you're going to be using her same concept, you take her YouTube down and or they replaced Nick Cannon's YouTube with Sherry's
With
YouTube.
Cherish, yep.
And for me, like I didn't understand why Nick Cannon's show didn't do well. Like
Because
these
Nick Cannon doesn't come across authentic to me at all. He
really
preaches black, yes, because he preaches black power, black this, black women are queens, black women are the mothers of the planet, and all this, and they should be respected and protected. And then you going around, you having babies with everything, but and you creating broken home after broken home after broken home, when we know that that is a running theme in the black community here in America. So he doesn't come across authentic, and I think people saw right through his ass. Like, I think
that's
people
true.
saw right through him. I know I was one of the ones that saw literally right through him. I said, you can't be preaching one thing and doing another, my brother. Like, you, it's not, the
That's
math
true.
is not mathing. And I think that I really do believe that's why his show ended. And people don't realize like a lot of black men when they first come out with stuff, it's typically black women who are their core fan base. And
Oh,
once you
absolutely.
lose that, you're done. Like you're done, 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 done. Like you're done.
Yeah,
And
that is
so
true. That is true. And then another person I'm not interested in seeing, I'm sorry. I don't think Jennifer Hudson is going to be able to carry no talk show.
oh Lord. I heard about her show. I'm like, I'm gonna tune in to
And,
watch, to support, but I don't know how it's gonna work out.
and here's the thing, like, stop putting these people just because they are celebrities and they want a talk show.
Right.
Stop giving it to them because that's not some of these people's personality. Like,
Right.
I just don't see Jennifer Hudson being able to keep an audience.
She seems so private. It's so introverted. It's like I don't know how
I
that's
don't know.
gonna
I
work
could
out
be
for her.
wrong. I mean, the fall. It seems like we got a lot coming to us in the fall, but I don't know. I don't know that I'm interested in her show, and I'm definitely not interested in Sherry Shepherd's show.
I mean, I'm gonna check it out, but because I'm
Let's
just
see.
one of those like people that support. I'm like,
Said he banging white women
what
because
happened?
they're like a forbidden fruit. Nick Cannon said he banging white women because they are forbidden fruit. Oh my.
Okay, so what's your excuse for creating broken homes? Like, okay, if you want to do white women, that's fine, but why do you have to have all these babies and create all these broken homes? That's the part I'm not understanding. Because you ain't married to none of them, and you're not living with any of them permanently. So, and like I said, we are already looked at it in a certain way because studies show how the baby daddy leave the household. So it's like I don't understand why
Do
he
you
keeps
think?
doing that.
Do you think that story about Kel and Nick Cannon is true?
I could believe it. I could believe. Listen, Hollywood is weird. Hollywood
It's
is
weird.
Hollywood is very fucking weird. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you a story. So what?
Jeremy, you are lying about that. Oh my God. I literally was telling my sister the other day. What's crazy? I'm sorry that we got to change the
Wait,
subject.
who's
He
Moniz?
from Love and Hip Hop. She got the kids with Lil Fizz.
Oh, so she lied about her pregnancy, so she's not pregnant.
But this is crazy because her mom. I watched a
Her mom
YouTube
did say that.
video. She did. I watched a YouTube video not too long ago, maybe about 2 months ago, and literally her mom was walking. I guess she was like doing like her normal walk during the morning hours or whatever, and she literally said, and I really don't like how my niece's mom does her sometimes because I just feel like
You should always have your
I've been,
yeah.
yeah, I've been there and I know what that kind of feels
Me
like,
too.
and
Hmm.
I don't really care for it, but for me, she was basically saying that Moniece was lying about being pregnant, that she did not think that Moniece was pregnant, and that she thought that it was a mental issue. She did say that. She said
Her
that.
mother is shady
Wow.
as fuck. Her mother
She
is
is
so
very
shady.
shady. When I saw that video, and mind you, I couldn't watch the whole video because I don't like nobody talking about. When you get to talking about your kids in that manner, I don't know. It triggers me in a way because
Me too.
I've been there. I've been there. So I don't really care for it. But just to know that that's true, that she's not pregnant,
Sad.
that's crazy. Nick and the sister wives.
Basically,
What's the story about Kels and Nick?
child.
Kels' ex-wife came out and said that was it Kel that was dressed up in a school
It
uniform,
was Nick Cannon that was dressed
or
up
Nick Cannon that was
in a cheerleading outfit.
he was dressed up in a cheerleader outfit and she walked in on them. Listen,
Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.
and that is very much allegedly. Nick Cannon responded to the Baller Alert when they
Oh,
posted it
goodness.
on Baller Alert on Instagram, and I'm trying to find a comment,
I was about to say,
but
what did he
he
say?
did not deny it, and he didn't confirm. He said something. Oh, I gotta go find it. I gotta go find it. Y'all just hold tight, hold tight. Just hold tight. I am about to find that because he said something. He didn't deny it, nor did he confirm it. But it, mm.
Child,
OMG, did y'all hold on?
I found it on All Hip Hop.
OMG, did y'all hear Tank talk about Monique stalking him?
Yes,
What? What? Wait a minute.
I remember
When
that
was this?
story. He had
Oh,
my
that was a
stomach.
while back. That
It
was
was
a
a
while
while
back,
back.
right?
Yeah, he had my stomach in knots when he told that story on Power 105.1, I believe it was. He had my stomach in knots. Like she was obsessed with that man, obsessed. And I'm like, I don't know why, cause he don't like us. So he don't like black women.
Okay.
So
Okay. Oh Lord. Yeah, it's kind of bad, but I'm just hold on just a minute, cause I got to give you the reply that he replied with, cause it's not a normal reply. Let's just call it a spade to spade. It ain't a normal reply. I want to get back up here to one of the reality. Okay, K Michelle. I'm ashamed to say Jackie. Baby, people can say what they want to say about Jackie from Basketball Wives, but Jackie is good TV. Jackie
yeah,
is
Jackie
good
is good.
TV. I never forget when she put the muzzle on in that restaurant and told Tammy, let's fight.
I'm trying to send it to you.
Oh,
Did you find it? Because I'm trying to send it to you now.
the response of Nick
Yeah.
Cannon. I didn't find it. I'm still
Okay,
looking
I just
for it.
sent it to you. I think this is the
Okay.
response I think you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, because he definitely responded to Ball Alert. And I was like, now, Nick, this is what you giving? Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Is that the response that
Yes, this is it.
okay.
So he says, laughing faces, yep, in parentheses, we probably had big ear of corn, a bunch of orange soda, and a couple of Kids' Choice Awards up our asses, too, wrote Cannon.
Child, I don't know what to say.
Well, he didn't address it. He definitely didn't address it. Well, if it's true about Nick, that would explain why he's doing all these chicks. Some guys think it will help their image. Ooh, baby.
That's true. That's very true.
Somebody said that the other day, and I would have to agree with you.
I'll be
Um,
honest, I've always felt that way about him, low key. Always.
yeah, somebody definitely said that. And let me just tell y'all something. Being in this community and being down low, it's not far fetched. And sorry to tell
Especially as a
y'all
black
women, but
man.
you're right. It's not
Uh,
far fetched. Also, like, yeah, it's just not far fetched. Um,
it's hard for black men to come out in our community because we come on, we see how they get treated when they come out in our community. It's not fun, especially when you're in the public eye. It's not fun. So I feel for them if they are on the DL. I feel for them because it's not easy. It's not
it's
easy.
not easy at all. And one thing that I'll say, like, even people who portray that on TV, y'all gotta realize them people get a lot of hate messages, a lot
Daily.
of yes, like celebrities, they get a lot of hate for just being who they are. They get a lot of hate for it. So I, in that sense, I that's why I say I don't put it past nobody,
Yeah.
nobody. Um, but yeah, that was about Nick Cannon, child. I listen. I don't know what to think about that because I know like Kel prior to him
Isn't
I
he
think
married?
he is married, but from what I understand now is like he's like a minister. He's like a
Yeah.
youth pastor or whatever.
Right.
Um, so I think that maybe the wife was trying to come out with something
Are
on
they going
him.
through a divorce or something?
No, no, no. That was his first. He already divorced that woman. That was his first wife. He's
Oh,
remarried.
wow, 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 wow. Okay.
That was his first wife. So I think in this particular situation, I think some stuff that they were going through, and she just decided to say something, which is always weird to me. It's always weird to me. So here's the thing, like, let's just say somebody somebody hit me up that's particularly married or something of that sort, right? Most of the time, you how can I put this? Um,
I don't like this culture where they feel like they have the right to out somebody. I don't like this.
that's what I was trying to get to.
I
Like,
don't like where we're at right now with that.
make it's it should always be that person's business. Like, it's never like
Right.
like in reality TV. One thing I hate is for them to drag a storyline about somebody's husband being gay. That is the most irritating thing to me in reality
It's
TV.
disrespectful, yeah.
It is because you gotta stop doing that. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us.
And
Y'all
because
always
it's
want to go ahead.
no, I was saying because they use it in the how can I like they use it in a way to make it seem like that is such a bad thing if that person is gay. You get what I'm saying? Like they're not using it as like, oh, like just so you know that he's into men. No, they're using it in a very like I don't know the right word, derogatory way, like basically saying like
To
it's a
make that
bad
person look
thing.
bad. Yep,
It right,
I
it's a
agree.
bad thing because he's gay. That's how they're using it.
I definitely agree with you. And here's the thing, and I say this all the time: what I do in my bedroom should have nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with you.
And at the end of the day, I can respect you and respect the conversations when I'm around you. That's the thing when you live in this community, because your family is not always receptive to you, but
Nope.
I still respect my family when I go around my family. And what I mean by that is I'm not literally sitting up talking about what I'm doing with another man in their presence.
Because what does my sexual preference have to do with you anyway?
Exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly. So I think we have gotten so comfortable with, like you said, with outing other people or with outing stuff like that when it has nothing to do with you.
With the person.
It,
Like,
it
what
has
does that
absolutely nothing to do with you. And here's the thing. One thing that I don't like in this community is one thing I don't do is I don't mess with married men. Like,
like Funky
literally,
Daniva?
literally close your legs to married men.
You heard me like Funky Daniva? Because he said he me messing with these married men, child.
No, and here's my thing. The reason why I don't do that is because you always, one thing you got to do is put yourself in that woman's shoes as well.
And karma is real. Karma is real.
Exactly. And so one thing about it is, you come over here and you married, I'm gonna kindly reject you and tell you to go on over there with your wife.
Right.
Cause I don't want no parts in that. I don't do that. I do not do that. I did that in my younger years when I first graduated, and I said to myself after I saw the outcome and what it did, I would never do that again.
Mm,
Never in life would I do that again. And that's just me. That's just
mm.
me. Other people, you can kind of do what you do. But
Right.
me, I don't do that, and I don't agree with other people messing with married men. Um, I can't remember who it was. Tasha K interviewed someone who tried to out a celeb. I remember that, but that person tried to clean it up to say it wasn't bad, and Tasha asked why put them, and they had no response. Yeah, I don't agree with that because You outing me before I'm ready to come out actually does nothing for me. I mean, does nothing for you. I mean, it does nothing for you. What does it do for you to out my sexual preference or what I do in my bedroom?
Yeah, like that whole thing with Benzino. I was like, that lady was so, what's her name? Shauna? She was
Oh my
so
God.
wrong for that. I said, what are you doing? What is the purpose? And she was like, oh, because they love to love on us at in private, but in public. And it's like, sis, if that's the case, then leave him. Then he's not for you. Then leave him alone. If he don't want to be with you in public, that doesn't mean let me go and out him. That means move on. Know your worth, and then decide. Listen, I'm going to move on to someone who is comfortable with being with me in public. Not let me out him. That's not going to make him want you anymore.
Right.
Like I
And
said,
and and it doesn't do anything because I just don't understand where you get a benefit out of that. And it's so crazy because I know exactly what interview you talking about. I can't remember that person's name either, but I do remember that people hate what they fear in themselves. Ooh,
that part, Candy Rose.
ooh,
That
that's
part.
good, and that is so true. That is so true. it was it really was not her business to tell. No, it's not. I think
It
you should
really
always
wasn't.
just allow that person to feel comfortable enough to tell. Because here's my thing. The reason why I didn't tell my mom in the beginning was because my adopted family was a church going family.
Mm,
And we grew up Church of God in Christ, so it wasn't, of course, homosexuality was looked down upon in the church. And not only that, I had a real deep love for my mom and my grandmother, so I didn't want to disappoint them.
mm,
So that's what took me a while to come out because I was like, I don't want to disappoint them, although they probably know by the way I act. But I mean, I don't want to disappoint them, and I don't want to put them in a place where they have to answer to other people about my sexuality.
right.
Kind of like how that's the reason why I was saying like if y'all like that type of stuff or if y'all like those types of conversations, Judge Mathis's son is actually gay, and that was one of the things that he's been having a hard time coming out because he thinks that if he comes out publicly, of course he's already done it now, but he was saying when they were filming the show, if he comes out publicly, then everybody would start not even scrutinizing necessarily him, but start scrutinizing his
His
dad
father.
because his
Yeah.
dad is who's in the public eye. So for me, that's why I always say like you have to be very careful with how you treat people. And like I said, what people do in their bedroom is really none of your concern.
And did you
Unless
see
they
what
done
Melody's? Sorry,
done
go ahead. What you
something to
saying?
you. I was saying unless they done something to you.
And did you see what Melody's brother just posted? Someone tried to not necessarily out him, but someone sent pictures and videos from his 4th of July of him and his friend, and I guess his boyfriend, and or his husband, and they sent them to the church that guy was attending, trying to be shady.
That
And
was Mel's brother?
he spoke about it on his. He went live for 20 something minutes on his. It's I think it's still up there unless he deleted it on his Instagram, and it was called out that person by their name and everything. I was like, oh sure,
Oh my God. See, and you can't do that because let me tell y'all something. When you also out people, you better be careful. You
because he
better be
definitely called her
very,
out.
you better be very, very careful when you feel like that is something that you can do and you feel like you have the right to call people out. You just better be very, very careful.
Because he was
Be
calling her all
very
types
careful.
of
Some people are
hoes and
very
everything.
dangerous. Some people
Yeah.
are dangerous and you don't know them. You don't know them and you don't know what they are capable of doing. So y'all better be careful trying to out people.
You don't
He
remember that
outed
story about that lady who
Odessa
got,
Parker.
say it again?
That
Yes,
was the
Odessa
name?
Parker.
Odessa?
Yup. He was calling her all
Wow.
types of hoes and how she was with men who never married her. She never got married and she was a hoe. And I was like, see, you trying to call this man out. Look, he done, he done.
And see, a lot of times females that get upset and want to out men, they got a horrible past themselves.
And he sure made it seem like she did. I know that. And I was going to say, do you remember that story about the lady who said she caught I don't know if it was her ex-boyfriend or whoever in bed with another man. She went live to tell the story, and I think the next day he emmed her. I don't want to say the word, but he emmed her.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember that story in the chat. She went live and told this man's business how she caught him in bed with another man, and I think the next day or the next week he got a, you know what, and emmed her in her car, I think, or something like that. I said you can't be playing around with people like that.
Yeah, you can't be playing around with people like that. And that's why I always tell people, like, if you're married, I want you to stay away from me because I don't want you to think. And this is the reason why I say you got to be careful, because what I don't want people to think, sometimes people think money answers everything, right? Money can't solve when you put people's business out there and they can't do nothing about it. You done
Right,
already outed them, they can't do nothing about it. So you sending me $1,000 is not gonna shut me the F up.
right.
So at this point, what I need you to do is just stay out of my presence. I want two people that I do not mess with, and that's pastors and married men.
Okay.
Because it's just crazy, and just don't ever out people. Just don't put that
Because you
business
don't
out
know
there like
what
that. It's
they'll do to you. You don't know what
exactly
they'll do to you.
because if I'm not mistaken, I not too long ago, and this may have been at the beginning of the year, I had saw this TikTok where this lady um was saying that she finally caught her husband cheating with a man, and the moment that she said that, like her next TikTok, she had done it. And then she done another TikTok where he had literally bleached out her clothes. Then he put him outside, set him on fire in a driveway, and told her she had to go and had to get out. So that's why you gotta understand.
Yeah,
And although I know that that was her husband, but as far as you publicly coming out saying something about that, you don't do that.
I'm
Don't do
telling you,
that.
that lady lost her life because she decided to out. She ended up losing her life. Got to be
You
careful.
are so right, Candy Ross. That's the reason why I say I stay away from pastors and all of that kind of stuff. Because you are so right. She said some church people are the most vicious people I have ever encountered. That's
Me
why I
too.
don't like organization religion
Me
anymore.
too.
I totally agree with you on that. Um, I always say just because my grandparents were brought up Church of God in Christ, I always, say I'm born in and
Me
I
too.
ain't going nowhere. But for me, I know what religion is to me. And I
Me.
know that it's not that organization.
I
That
always say I'm more spiritual than I am, because you can't. The the thing is, it's so complicated when it comes to religion for me in the Bible because on one hand, I don't think people really know the story of how we got here and how they literally baptized us in the water before they put us on that boat and sent us over here to America. And so you dealing with that as an African American, knowing that history, right? Knowing that history of them baptizing us and forcing us to become Christians before we got over here to America. Because let's keep it real, although Christianity did exist in Africa, that wasn't the main religion of Africa. And so you come over here and they want to talk about black magic, oh black magic this, black magic that, because they don't understand it and they view it as something negative when in actuality that was probably like our main religion over there before we came over here to the Americas, right? And so it's on one hand it's like knowing that history and knowing that all of the religions that have been started in America are by white men. And guys, I'm not just saying this just to say, like, if you go and look it up, all
yeah,
of
you
the
got to do
religions,
extensive research.
look, I'm telling you, if you look it up, this is stuff that I do. This is this type of ish that I be looking up in my free time. All of the religions here in America were started by white men. They were started
I
by
believe
white
that.
men. So you
I
guys, if you
definitely
want to
believe
take a
that.
second and look it up, look it up. All of the religions were started by white men. So when you know the history of this, it really makes you reevaluate what you consider your religion here. and make sure we
Right.
evaluate it. Because it's like, how can I say that I am a Christian knowing that my ancestors were hung, whipped, sodomized, uh, um, just everything under this, having their kids taken away from them, just a bunch of brutality that was happened to us, and in the same breath they are reciting a scripture. It's hard to put those two together. Like, it's really, really hard to, when you break it down, it's hard to put those two together. And so I always say I'm a very spiritual person. Knowing what I know about this country, I always say I am definitely more of a spiritual person than even in certain parts of Africa, when I come across Muslims and I know that that country was colonized by Muslims who came to that country and took over that country. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
I'm really particular with how I classify
Religion.
myself as far as religion. Yeah, because when you know shit
Yeah,
like that, it's like, ooh,
and I think it's important, and it also goes back to basically what I was saying even at the beginning of this. Like at some point, it does become one of those things where the older that you get and the more experience that you get in life, these things start to make more sense to you. I
that's what I'm
think the
saying.
whole religion thing, because I think for me, just being young, not really understanding. But then once I got older and start being able to do my own research and stuff like
Research,
that,
yes,
stuff started making sense. So that's why I say when you get older and you get wiser, you get wiser because you start to research and learn about your heritage and learn about different things that
yes.
you did not know. So I think that is truly, truly, truly important. And Candy, I'm so with you. Yeah,
That's why I said,
I
people in the
don't
chat,
want
go
no
do your research. You'll
church
see that every religion.
boyfriend. I don't want no church boyfriend or church husband. You go to church and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, we can go to church, but I don't want you. I ain't looking for nobody who is active in the church. Let me put it that way.
I
I
don't
ain't
mind
looking for
being
that.
a church guy. I just don't want someone who's a hypocrite, because a lot of church people are hypocrites. I just don't
Well,
want no
that's
hypocrite.
why what I'm saying. I don't do
Yeah.
well with hypocrites, and most of the people who are there are, like you said, hypocrites. And my thing is, I just get so tired of y'all dragging homosexuality and
Yes.
don't want to drag yourself because you sleeping with your deacon's wife too. So I
Okay.
mean, we're not even gonna talk about that.
And
Like
you commit adultery on a daily basis.
exactly, like I
That
just
deserve to
that
be,
part of
yep.
me that part of religion really always irks me because I feel like people really single out gay people as if they're just the worst people on history. I
They
mean,
do.
in the world, and for me, I'm like, so y'all say no sin is greater than the other, but you over here sleeping with such and such wife, or you over here sleeping with such and such kids, or you over here doing this, you doing that. So for me, it's like, why we not paying attention to that stuff too?
And
That
I'm
stuff
so
is
happy you
always
said that.
overlooked. It's always overlooked. But the main thing we want to talk about is homosexuality and what you doing with this person and that person. Is for me, it has gotten so old. That's kind of why I don't attend church as much as I do because I do not like being preached at.
And I'm so happy you said that, because that is one of the main things that I say to people when it comes to the Bible. I don't know where that came from, that one sin is no greater than the other, because you cannot sit up here and tell me that someone R-ing a child or an adult or just a person in general is the equivalent of someone stealing a candy bar from a corner store, or the equivalent of, do you get what I'm saying? Like, certain things
Right.
in the Bible just don't make sense. And a lot of things in the Bible I feel like are written by the white men to, how can I say it, to, in a sense, make themselves feel better for what they've done to us in America. So when I see quotes like "no sin is greater than the other," that I truly believe that is written by a white man simply because he knows what he has done to Africans, displaced Africans here on this land, and Native Americans. And so you saying that no sin is greater than the other, that is a bold-faced lie. That is a bold-faced lie. I'm sorry. Like, you
Right,
can't sit up
right.
here and tell me that a sin, that someone R-ing someone is the equivalent of someone stealing a candy bar from a corner store, or stealing a dollar bill. That is not equivalent. That sin of what that man did is way greater than of what I just explained. So there's certain things in the Bible I'm just like, I don't know. There's certain things I agree with in the Bible, and then there are other things where I'm like, yeah, you gonna have, yeah, no, no.
Yeah, it's listen, it's a lot, and like that right there is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, just because
It is. It really
it can
is.
it can get so deep.
That's a rabbit hole to go down. It really is. That's why I
Yeah,
always tell people, do your damn research, and it will really open you. I'm telling you, to open your eyes. You'll be like, what the fuck? Like, it'll
okay.
really open your eyes.
So tomorrow I'm going to be posting. So y'all kind of stay tuned. It's going to be a short video, but I'm going to be posting a video of a cabbage recipe. Um, and unfortunately, the video we just talked about, I'm not eating any pork or any red meat or anything like that. This video does have sausage, but you can actually substitute the sausage for like a plant-based sausage or a turkey sausage or anything of that nature as well. But it's a short video for people who get off work in the evening times and they just need, like a quick recipe. You guys, I have that to reference. Um, and it'll be posted tomorrow for sure. Um, but yeah, so y'all, basically tonight we just talked about Wendy Williams. Of course, again, I'll kind of elaborate on that just a little bit more. She has, um, well, according to the internet, Beyonce's internet, she now has, or is supposed to be filming a podcast. Um, I really hope that Wendy does get the podcast. Let me show y'all this picture that just seemed to have been floating around the internet. And I do want to let y'all know that this picture is old, but I'm sure that y'all have seen it. It's a picture of Marlo, Nene, and Wendy Williams. Now, what's crazy about this picture is this picture was taken 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Um, I think it was before the pandemic. But on this thing here, her Instagram is the Wendy Experience podcast, and if you remember, her radio show used to be, um, what was it? The Wendy Williams Experience is what her,
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah, is what her radio show used to be before she got the talk show. But basically, they posted this on there, and I do have to shout out OMFG Reality TV on Instagram. You know, I always like to tell you where I got stuff from. So if you're not following them, they give you all reality TV news. Um, but basically, it says here, shopping with the ladies of ATL, which Peach should I have on the Wendy Experience first? Now, from what we do know, we know that Wendy and Nene, from what we understand as the public, were not on good terms. So it's very interesting to see that this was posted on that. And I don't know if she's running this. I don't know who's running this Instagram. There's 3 posts on this Instagram, and this is one of them. But this kind of, I'm side eyeing this now that I'm looking at it again. What are your thoughts about this?
With the post?
Yeah, so like the Wendy Experience podcast, if you go to Instagram, there's only 3 posts that are actually posted on there. We do know that Wendy recently, I think within the last week or two, is under new management.
Well,
But this is strange to me.
I only follow one of her Instagram pages, and it's the Wendy Williams official because that's the only one that's verified.
That's the only one that's actually verified. And then she had another page that she had that they said that she created, which was just a regular Wendy Williams page, and it wasn't verified.
So
So
that
now
probably
they're
wasn't.
saying that this podcast that she has, this is the name of the podcast, and this is supposed to be the Instagram for the podcast. But it was fishy for them to have honestly posted this. Now, another post actually has Wendy sitting in front at her home because that's where the podcast is going to be filmed at her home, from what we hear. So there's another picture of her sitting in front of her laptop working right before this picture was posted.
Mm, I don't
So
know.
I don't know, y'all. I really don't like how they treating Wendy. I really don't. Whether y'all like Wendy or not, Wendy is the queen of talk show, and I want this podcast deal to work for her. I want somebody to pick it up and really work with her. They were saying that iHeart may not pick it up because they kind of think that Wendy was a risk, but I don't know. I just think she'll do well not being in front of a camera.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I just think she just would be so much better not in front of a camera. It just makes sense. Nobody can replace the icon Wendy. You are so right. Nobody, nobody,
absolutely
not
not.
even Sherry Shepherd. I dozed off and y'all still alive. That's dedication. Shut up. I mean, we done had a good conversation. We really did. Um, I'm about to wrap up anyway. I'll just
I get with Jeremy.
yeah, I know you get up. I just want to show y'all this one more time. This is the new Married to Medicine cast photo. Um, they did pay for their promo just like Real Housewives of Atlanta did.
Damn.
The same person who done Atlanta's done Married to Medicine as well. Um, to me, that's not a good look on Bravo's end because you give all these other ladies and stuff promo, and our black shows just don't get it, and they gotta pay for their own. These ladies literally they pay for their own shoot, they pay for their own glam. Of course, they probably rented them dresses and stuff, but as far as all of that stuff, they pay for all of it. And I told y'all the other night that Bravo getting on my nerves with that. And then I also talked about the mid-season trailer for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all get into it. It looked like Mr. Tyrone gonna tell us that Sheree had something to do with him being locked up, honey. Y'all just don't know. When I saw that, I was like, what? There's no way. But, the streets was already talking about that. And also, for my Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, I know y'all are probably not watching Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. But according to Brandy Glanville, Phaedra Parks is supposed to address her and Candy's situation next week, next Thursday. Now, this will be the first time that we've heard from Phaedra about this situation since it first happened. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, watch season nine's reunion where her and Portia, went down in history about telling lies.
mm, mm.
Yeah. So, and there's some more about that because they was also saying that once we know the real story about it. And listen, y'all, I'm not a Candy fan, but I will have to admit I do like Phaedra, but I will also admit that Phaedra was definitely wrong. So I'm hoping that Phaedra can right that wrong with what she's saying, because we already know Candy ain't gonna talk to her. So I'm hoping that what they keep saying, that once she tells us the full story, that a lot of us are gonna see something different. So we gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt until I hear Phaedra's side. Um, let's see. Uh, Bitter, Dead Bar Mercury, absolutely. Dead Bar Mercury is the production company that's under Wendy's show,
But
and they're
yeah,
the ones. They're the ones that say. Also, too, I need to go watch Carlos King's podcast because he interviewed Norman,
yeah, he did.
and yeah, he interviewed Norman, and I would like to hear what Norman has to say from the clip that I seen. He ain't
He
saying
pleading the
too much.
fifth. Yep, he
Yeah,
pleading
I
the
was
fifth.
gonna say he ain't saying too much. He's saying he don't know what's going on behind the
Nothing.
scenes, which I find that hard to believe. But
Hmm.
whatever you say, child. Um, but yeah, y'all, that's gonna be the live for the night. I really just want to get on here and chat with y'all and just talk to y'all.
Well, this
And
was
I'm
fun.
ready.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You say you going live tomorrow?
Maybe I don't want to want to give promises.
Well, baby, it may be something that might go on tomorrow that we might need to report. I hope so, cause I like the social media tea when it come out for Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. But replay crew, I don't know if you're gonna watch this video all the way through because it is pretty long. But if you are, y'all know what to do. Follow me, follow, subscribe to Hey Girl Hey. Y'all, please go watch those videos and get those likes up so we can get videos pushed up in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Because one thing I did notice yesterday, although I am subscribed to Hey Girl Hey, they asked me in my feed how did I feel about your videos and stuff. So I was like, that means that y'all will probably see that stuff too. And I would want y'all to put, good
Leave a good
thoughts and
review.
reviews
Yeah.
there. Yeah, good thoughts and reviews there. So thank y'all so much. If you would like to give monetarily, my Cash App is scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. Y'all know where to follow me. Other than that, hey girl, hey, tell them where they can follow you. And
Well, y'all can follow me on my YouTube channel, Hey Girl Hey. I go live almost every day, or if not every day, every other day. I'm always dropping tea on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and every now and then I'll sprinkle like other trending topics throughout the video. So yeah, check me out if you guys never come across my channel.
absolutely. Well, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all all for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoy your weekend and the rest of y'all night. And toodles.
Bye, Jeremy. I mean, I'm sorry, not Jeremy. Bye, Chef Don Don.
Bye.
Bye.